Because we are back on Wyoming Dynasty Season 2 live on Twitch. Drew, thanks for the 5 gifted to start. And there have been a lot of changes made to the team. We hit the transfer portal hard and came out on top, I think. Kenyon Sadiq, huge addition to the team. Koi Parich, I think, is going to be a two-way player. However, there may be some issues with him actually catching the ball on offense. His catching is great. That's not actually a problem. But apparently it's just kind of glitchy with him on offense. He may drop the ball a decent bit. But those are two incredibly big transfer portal adds. Ashton Stamps is a big-time corner as well. This team, I think, is already in a pretty good spot. We recruited the freshman position pretty well, but Kerry Mears is not the 5-star that was promised. He unfortunately has a long way to go. Yes, he's a true freshman, but only impact dev. The skill caps are good, basically none of them, but he's not insanely fast. He doesn't really have a strong arm, and he's not insanely accurate. He is just a whole lot of mid right now, and I don't know if he's ever going to be the guy. But for right now, he's an upgrade. He's going to be our starting quarterback. At running back, I'm excited about Matt Lovelace. He's got star dev. He's got good speed. His lateral movement, not so good. That could be a problem. Mackenzie McGill, of course, will split carries with him. At receiver, I mean, it's a lot of transfer portal guys. Micah Gilbert, LJ Johnson. But I'm especially excited about the young players in our secondary. Allen Hennessy was a 5-star corner from Florida. Big signing to start out of course, the high school recruiting class. More of a man cover guy than zone right now, but with star dev, he should play early and get really good over the course of this thing. And then you have strong safety Taquan Beard, another 5-star. It was a great year 1 recruiting class. He's got elite development, and I think he's going to be a big-time difference maker. He honestly profiles as a corner as well. So maybe not this season, but down the line, it wouldn't shock me if 6'3" Taquan Beard ends up playing corner for us. Because we expect Ashton Stamps will be gone no matter what. You expect Koi Parich to be gone. I could see it happening. But I'm excited to get things going. The only other real notable freshman is elite dev Mike linebacker Kenyon Crothers. I'm just going to call him Crothers. I think I like it better. He's got 85 speed and acceleration, decent tackling, great block shed. He is fairly good in coverage. And again, that elite development, I think he's going to end up being a beast. So we do have the pieces in place to be successful this year. Got Trenton State on the schedule to start. And of course, we are going after 5 stars. Carl Worthy would be a big add off the edge. Travis Sabri could be our quarterback of the future. Stanford wants him pretty badly, but we are entering our hat in the ring. And of course, some other good running backs and 5-star receiver in there, and Ezekiel Elodi. So I am excited to see what we have here, but I'd love to get one of these backs. Marquise Donahue or Mike Whalen both have A+ play time, which means to me that they're going to be pretty good players. Could play right away for us. Whether or not we can actually get in those races remains to be seen. But let's go ahead and pop in Week 1 home game against the Titans. Let's start out with a win. This is a big one to set the tone, and of course we're seeing Wyoming players make their debuts for the first time. That's what a debut means. That's redundant. This just needs to be a win to start. We simply can't lose to a team like this, but I was in practice mode with these players, and we'll see how the team performs. Kerry Mears, he's a true freshman. I think we're going to have to be patient with him. And using that big safety net of Kenyon Sadiq could be a good way to get this offense moving. That's a good start. And again, I think we're going to see a healthy dose of 2 running backs. But Mackenzie McGill is the starter. But you're going to see really both of them, hopefully. So we'll see what happens. But I think this offense runs through Kenyon Sadiq. He's going to be a really good short route runner. And he actually does stretch to pick up the first there. He's got really good catching, Really good catching traffic, really good short route running, pretty good medium route running. Deep route running is not so good. But it's going to be a lot of Kenyon Sadiq here early. It is 3 catches to start for Sadiq. Big number 18. If you're, following the channel, you might see a healthy dose of another big number 18 in the not too distant future. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. It's supposed to be vague and mysterious. As Kerry Mears looks to take off, there's a little bit of room to run here. He's tackled out of bounds. This is a great first drive. Great first drive. Mr. Cheeks, thanks for the sub. Little check down. Oh, that was nearly disastrous, but it's the first incompletion for Kerry Mears. Thankfully, that's all it was. 2nd and 10. Throwing for Sadiq. He makes the catch down to the 2. It's been a great first drive. Now, I get who we're playing. Let me have it, dude. Let me have it. Sometimes this Trenton State team is tough. Gilbert juking into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming. What a great start for us. It really couldn't have got, couldn't have gotten much better than that. And we're seeing a lot of new Wyoming Cowboys make their debuts and playing well. Kenyon Sadiq was huge on that first drive. Micah Gilbert, of course. And our defense hopefully plays really well as well. Coy Parrish, two-way player. He could be a star on both sides of the football. As that bubble screen did not exactly work to plan there. But we're just going to trust our defense to go out, make plays, get stops, get us the football back. And currently, you're really only seeing McGill as Parrish makes the catch on the RPO slant. Another 3rd down. I kind of like Parrish on some sort of comeback here. I think that's where we might go with the football. And it's going to get patted down at the line. We had a crosser, but I liked Parrish the most. Let's keep the offense out there. Kerry Mears is not the biggest quarterback either. I'm not trying to completely destroy him and get expectations low, but he's a true freshman quarterback. We've seen some problems before. Sadiq's open, does not get the block from Parrish. What are you doing? It's a touchdown if you decide to block for even a second. Get Coy Parrish the football. Reward him with getting smacked here. Yeah, it's the gun ace offset, like touch pass or end around that doesn't really work that well. Mears under pressure. There's a flag here. It might be roughing the passer. It's defensive pass interference, 1st and goal. Thank you, W. Appreciate the kind words, man. Coy Parrish is going to be wide open on this out. Surely, right? We didn't get it out quickly enough. And Mackenzie McGill is brought down. I honestly think a good way to do this is to put Lovelace as the starter, and he's going to be the power back, and then the 3rd down back could just be Mackenzie McGill. I think that might be the best way to do this. It's still going to lead to McGill playing a lot. I don't really like all these fancy jet touch passes. I don't like them because I love them. Gilbert again. Okay. That's a pretty good start for us here. 2 touchdowns to Gilbert. He might become a star. 51 seconds. 1 timeout. Tight end screen. I mean, Sadiq's been great so far. Let's see what he can do. Not a whole lot there. We are up 21-0, though. You're not going to see the starters get pulled, I can tell you that. We just don't have that type of depth. If we pull our starters, we're as good as the FCS team. So we're going to keep seeing what this team can do. And that is probably thrown way too late, I would say. I really hate the coach suggestions so far. think JMG is better than Sadiq. Hey, we're going to see what happens over this season. JMG was obviously fantastic for us. Get out of the way, brother. But I'm hoping Sadiq can be a beast. I mean, he's the best tight end in the draft in real life. And I'd love to see that actually come to fruition in 2026 here. So we'll see. Obviously expected to enter the draft out of Oregon in real life this year, but he's transferred to Wyoming, and he's made a nice impact. Maybe didn't get, quite the grades he was looking for from scouts, and wasn't predicted to be a first-round pick, and now he wants to go to Wyoming and absolutely light up the stat sheet, and maybe he will be. We're going to find out. 3rd and 4. A lot of third downs in this game. So we're not seeing a ton of Lovelace. It's just a good read. Gilbert really has been a pleasant surprise so far. Kerry Mears is having a really good game. Very few incompletions. And wide open is Kenyon Sadiq. That's going to be a touchdown. He finds the end zone. Had a great first drive, but we really were not able to get him that score. And now he is. This is a blowout of the Titans. And we really haven't had one defensive moment, right? It's been all offense all the time. See if anyone can win down the field. We're going to go to Sadiq. He's got a step. It's underthrown. And incomplete. 31, and finally a defensive moment. We might just only be seeing the defense in the 4th quarter of future games. We'll see. They don't really like to give defensive moments. Unless, like, hey, your defense needs to stop. Here are no offensive moments. Shot down the field, and it's nearly picked by Crothers, and then nearly picked by another true freshman into Quan Beard, right? But neither could make the catch. Mears on the move. Don't really love any of the options. Sadiq does not decide to block, and Mears is going to be short. We did convert, though. Play action. Throwing the dig, and it's going to be picked off. I mean, that route was run better by the corner than the wide receiver. Didn't really even look at it, to be fair. Just looked like man coverage. Thought we were going to be able to throw it easily wide open. But you really can't throw with anticipation, I guess. And then they're going to catch us with an onside kick. Annoying interception, and they scored off of it as well. But what are you going to do? We're up by $1 billion. I guess Mears was not going to go perfect this season. I really thought that was going to be a great read. Had no doubt in my mind. Like, how is the corner all over that? Very annoying. It's a pretty good route. It's a great throw. And now LJ Johnson scores, and that should put this one away. Guess that makes up for the interception. Ooh, interception? We have the football. What happened? Interception by Caleb Merritt. He was moved from corner to free safety, and he's starting for us and already making an impact. Lovelace. Going to be short. He's got 10 for 38. So the running game against FCS West has actually not been very good. Kenyon Sadiq open. Touchdown number 2. And we're going to be up 45-7. That's the ball game. Great week 1 performance. 45-7 is truly a monstrous performance. And I mean, Kerry Mears was pretty awesome. The 1 pick, sure, but 23 of 35 for 255, 5 touchdowns. The running game really didn't get going in this one, but that's okay. And then receiving Kenyon Sadiq, welcome to Wyoming, 9 for 111, 2 touchdowns. Micah Gilbert had 2 touchdowns. They were kind of schemed, but that's fine. LJ Johnson scored as well. And then defensively, 2 TFLs for Taquan Beard. What a game for him. half a sack, nearly had the pick, but 2 interceptions for Caleb Merritt. The transfer Derek Simmons also got a sack. That was a nice portal pickup for us. And we are 1-0, just the way we wanted to start. Caleb Merritt, your Mountain West Defensive Player of the Week. We also are locked out on only 1 player, which I think is a pretty good result. We still only have 450 recruiting hours. 4-star linebacker Carl Coate said, nah, but we're looking good everywhere else. And Caleb Knowles is a gem. Decent enough speed, good acceleration. Reminds me actually a lot of the linebacker we have right now, Kenyon Crothers. Carlos, good speed. And James Fowler could be guys that we offer. And we're already looking pretty good on the corners. Leah Zudu is almost certainly a Wyoming Cowboy, right? Greg Felix would be the one to get, though. Although I guess they both have A+ playtime at the top. So they both should be pretty good, in my opinion. Quarterback, Travis Sabri. We're going to be right there with Stanford, as it looks right now. And we can sell A+ playing time, so I feel pretty good about that. And then at running back, I really would like to bring in both of these backs. And we look like we're in a pretty good position. So we'll see what happens over the next several weeks, obviously. Still, like, no hours to work with. So I think we're just going to leave everything as is. But I feel pretty good about where things are. Might even be able to steal some hours, but we want that offensive line to be good. So you don't want to get too crazy with, you know, taking points off of this player because we have them to spare, and you don't actually have them to spare. It can be quite tough. Heflin has A- playtime. Could be interesting. Nothing at defensive tackle. Let's offer a scholarship on Alton Meja. He's not really being heavily recruited right now. So we'll see what happens with that. And of course, as always, the portal will be big. So I'm going to keep things as is, kind of focusing on the offense this time around. See if that pays off for us. We got Cal coming to town next. So our new offensive coordinator here has talent developer. So Wheeler's really good at developing quarterbacks and receivers, but especially quarterbacks. So we have freshman and sophomore QBs progress faster. Starting quarterback will gain XP faster. So for a 5-star with only impact dev, that may in fact be playing up to star based on Wheeler's player developer or talent developer motivator in there. So I'm feeling pretty good about where Kerry Mears could end up getting. His skill caps are just not that bad. He's just not that good right now. So those abilities can be super impactful. And this is really our first test of the season. Cal is not necessarily anything special, but when you're doing play the moments, anything can happen. And this is not an FCS team, right? Do they have Jaron Kiave Sungapolatele, or did he transfer? We're going to find that out today, probably. Almost certainly. We do have to make that depth chart change outside of the game, so if somebody in the chat can remind me. I do want Matt Lovelace to be the starter. But McGill, as the third down back, is going to see the field a lot. There's Kenyon Sadiq. We just start the game off in the exact same way as we did against FCS West. The Trenton State Titans, despite being located in Trenton, Florida. In Cannon. We got the game script. Sadiq is open, but they blitzed. We had options. They sent 8. But that's why you do that. You risk it, and you hopefully put pressure and make a big play. There's a check down. You got to make a miss. This is why I'm going after a big-time running back. Mackenzie McGill is just not the guy. And I think Matt Lovelace can be a nice option. but he's not going to be the best option. We're going to keep the offense out there. We're at midfield. It's 4th and 5. We have Kenyon Sadiq. He's going to get open here. Or he's not, because we're... what?! My right tackle sucks. He's a true freshman. No more Jared Kiave Sungapola-Tele. Dude, how is their pressure so good there? Unfortunate. All right, let's see what the defense can do. Hopefully get some pressure on the quarterback. That's exactly what we do. Stamps and coverage. And the big transfer makes a nice play to at least not allow a touchdown there. And we get the offense back on the field. And hopefully coming away with some points here. They've got 5 on the line. They could be really exposed to the big running play. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Matt Lovelace for 19. I felt like there was a lot more on the field there, but just couldn't make much happen. We have all day here, but nothing really open. That time the protection was fantastic, but where were we going to go with the football? Rolling out. Try to throw a high point down the field. That was not the play. And it just doesn't appear that anybody's getting open right now. Maybe this post from Sadiq. If we can get it out there. Unfortunately, under pressure. And the throw is not exactly where we needed it to be. So offense, a little bit tough to come by to start this one. This Cal team is weird. They have a great pass rush whenever somebody gets open. And they have incredible coverage when there's no pass rush. But again, our offense is back out on the field. 3rd and 6. Launching it deep towards Gilbert. It's underthrown, but again, Kerry Mears under a significant amount of pressure. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the defense, but oh my goodness, can we move the ball at all? Seems like no. There's LJ Johnson. Gives us 4th and manageable, but we punt. We get the ball back after a Taquan Beard interception. He's going to be a star. Ogariga, thanks for the tier 1. He's going to be an absolute star. There is Kenyon Sadiq. And finally, we come away with points. Yeah, we do need to get some more runs in there, but a lot of these moments are 3rd and whatever, and you're kind of forced to pass. And you don't really want to be running the ball on 2nd and long and 3rd and long very often. Finally got something going. Kenyon Sadiq wide open. Not exactly the tightest spiral there from Kerry Mears, but you're okay with the result. 3rd and inches, this is where you want to see the run game. Now, I don't want to call that play. I saw 5 plays averaging like negative 0.6 yards per carry. Let's not do that. Let's do this instead. McKenzie. Actually, it was not even Mackenzie McGill. But it doesn't matter because we were intercepted. It's been a weird start. A really, really weird start. Cal with the ball near midfield. Out route was wide open. Hennessy in coverage, and it's the true freshman Hennessy. What are we drinking tonight? Nothing, because he's only 18. Hennessy, big interception. The true freshman going to play a lot, and you're seeing a couple of those true freshman defensive backs I talked about making a big impact already. 2 interceptions today. Nowhere to go for Nico Hamilton. I question why he's on the field. I've got 2 running backs above you. High ankle sprain. What are we doing? High ankle sprain for Matt Lovelace. PCL sprain for Coy Parrish. Dislocated shoulder for Mackenzie McGill. Ben Roberts tore his labrum. We're down to our 3rd running back. Oh my goodness. Sadiq, that's a great ball from Mears, who has been picked off in this game. But he's been under a particular amount of stress and pressure. No way you're getting back to that. Are you covering Kenyon Sadiq? How is he ever making a play on that? Yeah, Cal has taken out our entire team, it would appear. Jaden Wayne has been a problem. He's activating. We have a true freshman tackle over there. That time it was the guard. 4th and 10. I'd be lucky to win this one 7-0. That'd be a great win. Because it shows that our defense is elite. And they continue to play great. 2 seconds on the clock. I don't really know that Mears has the arm to get it there. I'm going to be honest. And do we even have the pass rush to give him the time? Shot to the end zone. Incomplete. That's your half. 7-0. And I think on 4th and 11, you absolutely try a 48-yarder here. This is going to be good information about our kicker. And that looks pretty good. That might have been good from like 60? Is that crazy to say? That's some pretty good range. Looks like Cal's going to try 3. Block here would be incredible. It's not going to happen. And it does sneak in. Cal on the board. So getting 3 there for us was actually quite awesome. And on 3rd and 11, we need to find something here. We really haven't had time. Throw over the middle. Holman coming back, and he'll make the catch. Needed that. It's a big 3rd down conversion. And a 28-yard rush by Nico Hamilton will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So we're up 10-3. I think it's safe to say a touchdown puts the game away here. I think it's safe to say that, right? Cal scored 3 points. They have 66 passing yards. I feel pretty good about it. We'll see if we can find the end zone. Nico Hamilton gets us 1. Now, Mears can run a little bit, but it's not exactly a specialty. Hamilton dropped for a loss. We're just not going to turn over the ball here. I think a touchdown seriously ends the game, but it is not worth a potential turnover. Playing for 3 to keep it a 2-possession game. Oh, no. Mears under pressure. Sacked. He's getting crushed in the pocket today. But just didn't want to risk any type of a bad throw. Just going to take the points. I think our kicker is going to be exceptional this year, which feels good. That feels really good. Cal going to go for it on 4th down. Got a 10-point lead. We have defensive backs that I trust. It's going to be about the pass rush potentially making a play. And that is complete in front of the true freshman, Kenyon Crothers. But another 4th down here for the Golden Bears. Time for a big hit. Quarterback thrown to the flat. Make a tackle! And that clock's still moving. It's a 1st down for Cal. And another 4th and inches. They're going to take 3 here. I guess you have to. Like, I guess the kick is good. I guess it keeps them in the game still. Here's the thing. It is 4th and inches, but if you don't get it, you're down 2 possessions and the game's pretty much over, and you've held us to only 13 points the entire game. Like, it is the right call, even though it's only inches. And there goes Nico Hamilton. It's our best run of the season so far. That might be enough to do it. They still have a couple of timeouts, so it's not quite over yet. But we're hopefully going to have our running back, Nico Hamilton, carry us to the finish line. Don't want to make any mistakes, though. It's still a one-possession game. Can't afford a mistake. Kerry Mears looks hurt, by the way. But he's going to run with it. And Mears with space. He's dropped. There's a Wyoming injury. It's offensive lineman Jonathan Bush. Kerry Mears is really banged up. Real Tenacious G, thanks for the prime sub. Flag here. 13-6 finals. This is the Big Ten. This is the Big Sky, brother. No, it's not the Big Sky. It is the Mountain West, though. We're not doing read option. We're done with read option. Kerry Mears does not run the ball again for the rest of the game. We got blocks. Hamilton actually is a little bit shifty. Cows call their final timeout. I think we actually can go victory formation here as Battle checks into the game. Like, does that do it? I feel like the clock lines up to where it's just about going to do it. I think we got to take like 5 seconds off. Let's see here. There's the spin back. The game clock and the play clock are separated by about 2 seconds. So all we need to do here is run a 2-second play. That's it. So let's go to something from the gun. Give a little bit more time. And if you don't throw a pick, the game is over. Or a fumble. But this is like a rollout and an instant throwaway, essentially. We'll take that. Incompletion to end the game, but the game is over. 13-6 is your final. Not exactly a high-scoring affair here, but a win is a win. 2-0 to start the year. Yeah, I don't know what the offensive production is going to look like against like an actual team. But we certainly did not have a very high completion percentage today at 41%. Mears with a touchdown and a pick. I thought Nico Hamilton ran the ball well at the end of the game, and it really looks like we ran the ball well throughout, but our starting backs were injured. So that was tough. Touchdown for Kenyon Sadiq. He continues his streak. 2 TFLs for Dante Drake and Jaden Williams. No sacks in this one, but 2 picks for Taquan Beard, and Allen Hennessy got one as well. The 5-star true freshmen are playing like it, which is awesome to see. And we are headed to week 3. Taquan Beard, Mountain West Defensive Player of the Week. I'm really, really excited with the way these freshmen have played so far. And hopefully that trend is going to continue with Matt Lovelace stepping into the true RB1 spot. He's got star development, so we want to actually see what we have there. And we'll check out recruiting. We have 10 hours. We got locked out somewhere. Emmanuel Bacon, who I think I actually wanted a little bit. No, that's Sawyer. So we're actually still fine. I probably need more hours on him. Because I'm looking at some of these receivers, and he seems like the one to get. Outside, of course, of Ezekiel Eloti. Pacing really well on the backs. We're in it for Travis Sabri. Offensive line recruiting looks like it's going really well so far. Might end up needing more points. And raw strength has kind of been fixed, so don't necessarily mind going after some of those. Dude, our recruiting looks great. It's going to end up changing a lot. But for right now, it looks really, really good. I still want to bring in more help at corner because we're going to be losing so much talent, but that may end up taking kind of a lot. We just don't have the hours right now to go after as many players as I would want. So we kind of need to try and get some of these players committed. If you look at our top 5, there's nobody. But we're closing in. We're closing in, but still probably a little ways away. We know the offensive line needs a big boost. But I'm trying to just get some extra hours some places. Like, do we really need James Toncho? He might be better than Jamal Stingley, so the answer is, I guess, probably yes. And then Heflin, we might not need 25, but definitely want to get him. So let's go ahead and switch Heflin to 15. And we'll put the 25 on Barry Sawyer. Because I want a big upgrade at receiver. Yes, you can find those guys in the portal pretty easily. But I think developing freshmen is super, super important as well. And Kerry Mears already has 2 skill points. We're not really going to be able to spend that on anything. We're going to wait. But he's getting points pretty quickly. And then for the defensive backs, Beard only with 1. Hennessy with 0. That's going to change. It's still so early in the season. Recruiting's going great. And we'll get ready to take on Akron. If you saw Season 1, you know we didn't exactly play our best game against Akron last time out. And you know what? That's just opportunity to make up for it this year. I mean, it's kind of unfathomable that we lost to this team last year. God, they were so bad. And we found a way to lose. And that kind of is the trend. Listen, for all the greatness we do as head coach Gene Dangus, as this play to start the game again, there are times where we kind of beat ourselves a little bit. And they knew the script. We're taking a shot down the field. It's the two-way star, Coy Parrish. The transfer from Minnesota getting us started. Was injured last game, didn't really make too much of an impact. But look at the 5-star freshman quarterback, Kerry Mears, getting the ball down the field. Look at that pocket, by the way. That's like Zach Wilson BYU tape. Travis Hunter in coverage, too? Whew. No, I'm not sure that's who that was, but I mean, you will not see a cleaner pocket maybe ever. We're going for Sadiq. A lot of wind here in Akron, I think. A lot of wind today. It's very, very windy. Sometimes there's just a lot of wind. What are you going to do? Oh, what is this pressure from Akron? We're leaving the offense out there. We're passing up on a guaranteed 3. Kerry Mears over the middle. There's Gilbert, first down. Stay aggressive on 4th and 5. Predictions are still allowed. I just haven't seen a moderator do them. Touchdown, Kenyon Sadiq. We might need some more moderators. Of course, if you're watching the YouTube video, we've done like kind of bets in chat about, you know, what the final score is going to be, who's going to get the first touchdown, does this player get an interception or a sack or blah, 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 blah. But it's early into the season, so it's tough to tell exactly what's going to happen. And now we're starting to get a little bit more of a picture in here. So we'll see if we start to get some. But that's a good start. 7-0. I'd say first touchdown Kenyon Sadiq seems like a pretty good bet pretty often. Here's 3rd and 9. New quarterback. We'll see if this one's actually good. And he's going to find a wide open tight end. Newell down to the 2. That really could not have been more open. That was crazy. Let's see if they run the ball here. That's a mistake. Our front is getting pretty good. They're not amazing yet, but it's tough to run the ball on this defense. And you're seeing it again. And I'll tell you what, the guy that keeps standing out, not so much on that play, but Taquan Beard is everywhere. To see a safety, a freshman safety come in and make this type of an impact as Ashton Stamps jumps the route and Ashton cannot reel it in. But to see a true freshman safety come in and immediately make this type of an impact, absolutely insane. Akron's getting, no, God. Oh, the timing couldn't have been worse. Roughing the kicker on Taquan Beard. It's a first down for the Zips. Brother. Maybe he knows he can get an interception. Nope. Touchdown Akron. What's up, NBA fans? Thanks for the prime sub. Yeah, we just don't have that many alternate uniform options at Wyoming, especially on the road. And you can't wear alternates every game. Otherwise, they're not alternates. They're just your jerseys. We're up 14-7. Kenyon Sadiq, wide open. Touchdown number 2. Watch all my videos for the last 5 years. Never knew you streamed. I don't know how that's possible. 21-7. Defense playing well. And it really should be 21-3. But a true freshman made kind of an undisciplined play. Just trying to make a play. I can't fault him for it. You're trying to make a play. I get it. Into the second half. Red zone alert. See if Matt Lovelace can carry us to the first down here at the end of the third quarter. Ooh, good shed on the interior. I think we found their best interior defensive lineman. That is the end of 3 quarters here. We are basically twice as good as them in every single way. We've got double their everything. 3rd and 3. I kind of think just Kenyon Sadiq scores a touchdown here, but we're going to take off with Kerry Mears. Get a block, and Kerry Mears scrambles in. He doesn't have elite speed, but he's got just enough speed. Just enough. And already like an injury problem. But he's a starting quarterback playing behind a not-so-good offensive line. We're trying to help him out. He's going to get banged up a little bit as a true freshman. How does he battle? That'll be the question. 4th and 6. Sending a little bit of heat. And pressure gets there. Jaden Williams on the sack. And that should just about do it. It's 28-7. I mean, we're going to throw the ball on 3rd and 8, I guess, but... Kerry Mears on the move. Mears again with just enough speed, kind of diving down. That's going to be the 2-minute timeout. And it's 35-7. That's actually your final score line. Did we blow it against Akron this time? Or did we dog walk them? Kerry Mears completed about 60% of his passes. 288 through the air, 4 touchdowns, and no picks in this one as well. He's really been great as a freshman. And over the course of these series, that hasn't always been the case. And we haven't seen him play perfectly. I'm going to be honest, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but he's a bit of a game manager, right? A little bit of JT Barrett to him. Does anyone else see that? 4 total touchdowns, 40 on the ground. Matt Lovelace was really good today. 80 yards rushing, a touchdown, 6 per carry. Kenyon Sadiq, 2 touchdowns once again. But Coy Parrish, 4 for 88. 4 for 85 for LJ Johnson Jr. And then defensively, Siegel, Cox, Drake, Williams, and Beard, all with TFLs. Sacks for Eddie Cox and Jaden Williams. No picks in this one, but just a really good win to improve us to 3-0. Kerry Mears is your Mountain West Offensive Player of the Week. Again, 4 total touchdowns. He's actually a little bit smaller than JT Barrett. JT Barrett was 6'2", 220. A little bit bigger than I thought or remembered. We've dropped off on Damian Amerson. Not really going after him, though. I love where we are in the running backs. They're both north-south receiver types. They're probably basically the same player. So it almost doesn't make sense to go after either of them. Or, I mean, both of them, but we are. We are in the mix on Barry Sawyer. I don't want Clemson all of a sudden decide they want the 5-star route artist from North Carolina. I don't know where Clemens is, but it could be fairly close to Clemson, South Carolina. But we want to try and put this one away. Get him on campus with Travis Sabri ASAP. And getting offensive linemen there with them could be quite nice. Maybe Joey Vernon. Getting into the top 5 on Teron Felix, I could see being quite good as well. I love where we are on Carl Worthy. Haven't really talked about him. From Manitowoc, Wisconsin. 6'5", 228. A little bit light, but at the high school level, that's not weird at all. You wouldn't see a freshman be 228 off the edge and be like, that's super tiny. For a speed rusher, that's fine. He'll probably end up being like 240 pounds for us. Of course, players do gain weight in college football 26, which is a cool feature. And then we're probably getting close to visit weeks for defensive players as well. Lee Azudu likes playstyle, conference prestige, and coach prestige. So we've got a decent sell there. It's not anything crazy. It is pretty good, I guess. And maybe I'll use these 5 hours on somebody else. Who kind of needs the 5 hours? Maybe Teron Felix, try to push that one into the top 5. Fresno State, 1-1. We were 3-0 to start. I know we basically haven't played anybody. Cal was, I guess, kind of a weird game, but it's not that surprising that we're 3-0. Not that surprising. We played an FCS school, Akron, and Cal. When we're in the Mountain West, you know, we should be winning a lot of games. Maybe a move to a different conference is coming up, depending on how the season goes. Maybe the Big 12 makes sense. And hopefully we can win a 4th game. Let's go. Commenting from Laramie? Hell yeah. Well, that's where we are for this 4th game of the season. As Kerry Mears hits Coy Parrish for 16. We're down to the 5-yard line. They're begging for us to throw the ball here on this RPO. Parrish on the slant. Touchdown, Wyoming. And we take the lead to start. Kind of an easy drive. Had to make one throw. And the offense is back and scoring. But our defense has allowed a touchdown. We've got to make a stop. It's already close to halftime. Got about a minute to go. Hopefully able to make a big-time play here. Taquan Beard sneaking up. Pressure got there. We're going to call a timeout. Noah Herrick with the sack. 58 seconds to go. We're going to get the football back with 50 seconds or so. I feel like Gilbert could get to the outside. They're kind of playing it, though. We'll just go to Sadiq. And that is the first down, so the clock's going to stop momentarily while that ball is spotted. We do have 2 timeouts remaining. Going to get it outside to Parrish. And this is what I was talking about at the very start of the episode. That's a weird drop for a guy with like 90 catching. Kind of can't have that. As LJ Johnson Jr. is injured, and that burns the timeout. We might have had to burn one anyway because we didn't get the first or out of bounds there. Going to the flat. There's Mackenzie McGill. 25 seconds. Slipping Mackenzie. McGill. 19 seconds. Shot down the middle of the field. That's a great ball. Coy Parrish drops it. Oh my God, he dropped it again. Three incompletions for Kerry Mears. Two of them are perfect throws to Coy Parrish that have both been dropped. We're going to look to run. We kind of slid a little bit close to that line to gain. Maybe should have called a timeout there, but we want to get one more snap off if we can. And use that timeout if we have to. Throw to the end zone for Kenyon Sadiq. He doesn't drop those. Coy Parrish, man. I wanted him to be the star two-way player. Apparently, it's kind of glitched with those, and he was dropping passes in practice. I'm not making this up for the story. He literally was when we were practicing. I'm like, weird. But I don't know. We keep trying them. Like, those drops could really come back to bite us if this were, you know, a closer game. And this is not close. We scored anyway, but we've got to have every single completion we can have. You know? Here's Mackenzie McGill. Juke to the outside. Spin back to the inside, and Coy Parrish is injured. You're telling me he's not betting on these games? Multiple open drops, and now he's taking himself out of the game? He is holding his hand, which I guess you'd better after multiple drops. Something better be wrong. Second and 10. I'm also wondering, where is Matt Lovelace? Shoulder strain for David Thrasher. Torn labrum for Dante Drake and Ben Roberts. So we're missing two defensive tackles. Coy Parrish is back in the game, by the way. Let's give him a shot. Okay. Well, Coy Parrish caught that one. I guess he had, like, no first half touchdown on his betting card. I don't know. That was interesting. Here he is back on defense. And maybe it's tough playing both ways. I don't know. 4th and 14. Shot down the field. Stamps in coverage. And he is mossed. He can't make the tackle. He still can't make the tackle, and it's our Mike linebacker, the freshman Kenyon Crothers, coming all the way down the field to make the tackle. Fresno State has brought it back to within a touchdown. And Lovelace can't sneak through. Timeout, Bulldogs. We need a first down here. Gonna run the ball on 2nd and 10. Lovelace sneaking through, and that is a Matt Lovelace first down. He goes over 50. No, it's not a first down. Look where the ball is. What are we, a centimeter short? 3rd and inches. Lovelace loses a couple. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute timeout. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen here. Is we're going to play for the win. We're going to go for it on 4th and 2. We'll see what our best call is, but the offense is staying out on the field. Here's the 4th and 2. Mackenzie McGill is the back for the win, essentially. Halfback direct snap. McGill up the middle. Kerry Mears, get out of the way. Don't block. Fresno State's called their final timeout. And that is the ball game. 28-21. Fresno State played us close. Our star cornerback, Ashton Stamps, got completely mossed and then bitched down the field. Let's call it what it was. Probably need to try and knock that down instead of going for the pick. But a good win against Fresno State. Again, I thought Kerry Mears played really well. 18 of 26, 239, 4 touchdowns. He's putting up this stat line every week. He's crushing it. Lovelace, I think, was decent enough. Did fumble. Ugh, I don't like that. Sadiq, again, with another touchdown. When did this happen? Coy Parrish went 7 for 92 and 3 touchdowns. He did have 2 drops, but I guess when you can do this, you're not as worried about the drops. 3 TFLs for Noah Herrick, who had 1.5 sacks. No picks in this one. But another good, hard-fought win. We are 4-0. Fresno State drops to 1-2. And we are rolling. We're about to get some visits set up, hopefully, with these recruits. And, I mean, I think we could easily be ranked here by the end of the season. And no, the offensive stats will not be tracked, unfortunately, for Coy Parrish. But we'll know them-ish. As we might have a challenge here. Number 23, Arizona State. Sabri into the top 5. Arizona State was an interesting scheduling choice. They've got Kanye Udo, the former Army running back, right? Jalen Moss. Damon Williams is their starter. Of course, the Washington QB in real life. This is a pretty good team. This is going to be a really good test for us. I think if we were to win this game, I think we could be ranked. Are we getting any votes? No. But if we can, and I guess that makes total sense. We're 4-0, but we've played an FCS school, Akron, Cal, and Fresno State. I guess you probably don't rank a team that won like 8 games last year. So I guess that makes sense if we're going to be mean about it. But we won the Hawaii Bowl. I feel like they're sleeping on us a little bit. No, that's real. Like, it's Kanye Udo's he actually transferred from Army. You're allowed to do so prior to your junior season, I believe. Do you have some upgrade points? Do we want accuracy for mirrors? I feel like that hasn't really been a big issue. I guess 68 deep throw accuracy could be better. I want the arm to get better. I want the speed to get better. But let's get the accuracy a little bit higher as Kerry Mears jumps up to a 76 overall. And this is going to be a tough game. I don't think we can get Sabri on a visit just yet. Oh, no, Vernon is available. So we are going to set that up. Hawaii in week 6 feels like the easy one. It's a rivalry game. Hawaii's undefeated, by the way. Very interesting. We definitely want that visit, though. He has A+ playing time. We want to get him that complimentary visit with the tackle Joey Vernon. A+ playing time as well. And we're probably going to wait on these defensive backs. Maybe one of them. Don't really want both on the same week is the only problem. But then you're looking at like a week 11 visit. We only have 2 more visit weeks with games the rest of the season after Hawaii. That's going to make this a bit of a challenge, to be honest. Dude, we've got to get a Lodi on campus week 6. It has to happen. Has to happen. So, he's got D+ pro potential. We need him on that visit. We're going to rearrange some things. Kind of would like to get a running back there as well. We're going to figure it out. So, unfortunately, we can't get a Lodi on campus because we don't have it ready, and it's week 5. So we can't schedule him for a week 6 visit during week 6. So that is a little bit unfortunate. So we might as well try and get at least one of these corners on campus next week. And I think the most valuable one is Leah Zudu. Although Lionel Waddy might be a bit more of a challenge. I think Azudu is the more valuable player. And I'd like to think we're going to smash Hawaii. You never really know. But, yeah, we're going to continue to set things up. I wish we had more hours. In order to get these visits set up, you got to take a lot of hours off a lot of players. But when you're recruiting players, generally not a great idea to do that. But somebody's got to lose some points. So we'll see where they're going. All right, this is a game where it would be nice to have some visitors, because if we win, this would be one of the biggest wins in program history. Certainly the biggest win in the Gene Dangus era. Arizona State in the college football playoff pretty recently, and coming to town ranked number 23, 2-1 overall. We're dealing with some injuries, of course. Down a couple of big defensive tackles, but hey, life goes on. Kanye Udo touchdown. Well, that was not the start we were looking for. Stig, thanks for the tier 1. That was not even Kanye Udo, that was Kyson Brown. My fault. We gave him a cutback lane and he took advantage of it. And it's 3rd and 12. If we can make this like 4th and 4, maybe we go for it. Give Sadiq the ball. Can't make the catch. We'll have no choice but to punt. Come on, defense. They got us the ball right back. Why is Mason Drube in the game? We just scored 7-7. Accidentally backed out of it, and it simulated, but Kerry Mears foot sprain. The entire chat, not the entire chat, but some of the chat, you can see it above me, we're calling for Mason Drube to come in and start, even though Kerry Mears has played great. And now he's actually in the game because Mears is getting crushed behind this offensive line all year. Now, Drube is actually a really good passer. He's got a good arm. He's a better passer than Kerry Mears. He is. He's a redshirt freshman. He just doesn't have the same type of mobility. And it's not, like, even great mobility for Kerry Mears. So I get wanting Drube, who's already been sacked 3 times. Here's 3rd and 17. I actually like that. But Sadiq cannot make the catch. We're going to have to punt again. Man, this has been a tough game. This looks like it's going to get blocked. Thankfully not. Arizona State takes over. It's 7-7. We knew this game was not going to be easy. And it especially isn't when you were down a starting quarterback. Here's 3rd and 5. 29 seconds left in the first half. Pretty good coverage. No way you threw that. The Washington transfer, Damon Williams. I simply can't believe that, and you deserve the clock to run out on you. I can tell you Mears did not pay off the O-line to not block for Drube with how often he gets hit. Unless Drube paid off the offensive line to not block for Mears, and it's kind of a thing. 4 sacks in the first half for Arizona State. We do get the football to start half number 2. Let's take advantage. Hey, tie ball game. 7-7, new ball game. We have 30 minutes to come out on top. 30 minutes to get things going. We didn't do it. We do have the ball, though. 3rd and 5. Kerry Mears is back in the game. I kind of think that slot corner's blitzing. I think an RPO with a bubble screen could be a great idea here. Although now he's backed up so far off the line. Mears is crushed. Let's get points. Points are hard to come by. Let's just try to get some. Our kicker's great. Here's the kick right down the middle. And we take the lead 10-7. Come on, defense. They've played great in this one, and they get us the football back. 3rd and 7. We're going to run the ball here. 4 down territory, and maybe even our kicker can drill from this type of range. Lovelace reaching. I really would like a truck there. And we are forced to punt. Our defense needs help. It's still 10-7. Was that too conservative of a call? Crothers after the quarterback. Big hit. Coy Parrish. Big tackle. No gain for the Sun Devils. 3rd and 4. Crothers is injured. Taking a big play off. Ojabo in instead. Flat was open, but pressure got there. Noah Herrick, couple of TFLs in this game. He's only playing due to big injuries on the defensive line. He had a great game last week. Here's 4th and 4 for the tie. Arizona State's kick is good. And we don't do anything. We punt the ball away. Arizona State takes over. 3.5 minutes on the clock. Crothers still not in the game. Torn pec for Nathan Geiger, by the way. His season's over. Oh, my God. This is why O-line depth is really important. Goodness, dude. Ojabo making a nice tackle. Or at least started out that way. 2nd and 7. We're going to pass commit, but they could run the ball here. It's exactly what they do. Okay, well, it's our fault for pass committing in that spot, I guess. Come on, defense. Make a stop. Ooh. Looking for a big hit there. Couldn't quite find it. This may be the final snap before the 2-minute timeout. Oh, they're going to run the ball. We thought it was play action. Big hit, no fumble. We actually had that completely destroyed with Ojabo, but thought it was play action. Went after the quarterback. And that's a big miss. Are they trying to run the ball? Run the clock out? We need to be all over that. Merritt is there. They're going to go hurry up, but at some point we need to start to at least consider timeouts. We need to consider. We'll see. Covering everybody. Except for him. 3rd and 3. I think we run blitz here. Siegel sneaking up. They're going to pass. Shot up the seam. Nearly intercepted by Siegel. Arizona State will try a kick for the lead. Here's the attempt. Kick is up and good. Sun Devils take the lead. All right, here we go. Come on. Play action. We're throwing that. Not a lot there. Not a lot there. I like the throw, though. The location was really good. Can we get the screen off? We can. Blocking looks all right. Lovelace with a big truck. He's out of bounds. Touchdown wins the game, 3 to tie. Play action. Throwing the crosser. Coy Parrish, you got to make the catch, and he does. His 4th catch. More play action. Nearly sacked. Kind of staring down tight end, too, a little bit too much. Thrown to the flat. Sadiq was really our only option there. He makes the catch, and now there's an injury timeout. It's Matt Lovelace. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Coy Parrish is playing for Wyoming because he transferred here. That's kind of the biggest reason, I would say. in Season 1. Mears to take off. Got a block. We're in field goal range. Provided we don't turn over the ball in a bad way, we should be able to tie this thing. We're going to get on the move. We're going to throw for Kenyon Sadiq. Diving catch. First down, Cowboys. Oh, man. 23 seconds. Clock's ticking. And now it'll stop at 17 seconds. They want us to run the ball here. I mean, I get it. Play for the tie, but we have 2 timeouts. Kind of want to play for the win. Mears is shut down. We're going to call a timeout. We got to try to take a shot to the end zone, man. Third and 13. We're going to check down. We're going to get lined up. 4th and 6. Final timeout. All right, we're going to get iced here. Can we force overtime? Why would we run? Great question. So, 3 ties it. We have no time to throw with our offensive line. And a read option, maybe you can get something where you sneak out and you kind of catch them by surprise and you run in there. It didn't happen that time around. I would do it again. Here's the kick. No question about it. We're headed to overtime. Clock hits 000. All right, shoot. Those are the overtime rules. We've been to enough OT games at this point. You guys should know them. Our defense has played well, but I don't know how we're going to hold up in this spot. Okay, come on. Come on, let's go. Come on, Wyoming. Defense to start. That's what we wanted. I don't know where Kenyon Crothers is, but he's our best linebacker. I feel like I'd like to see him on the field right about now. Although Ojabo lights up Kanye Udo. 2nd and 10. I like the energy this team's playing with, but you think... This is why wear and tear is so broken, man. You'd think that into the overtime period, my non-injured player would be back on the field. Where is he? Is he not listed as a sub linebacker? He is. Where is he? No way to know. Second and 10. Play action got us wide open over the middle. We whiff with merit. Touchdown, Arizona State. Wow, that was awful. Have you ever seen someone get fooled by play action harder than that? And I don't know how we whiffed on that, but... That was nearly blocked. Flag, who cares? Whatever. Unless they go for 2 and they have a pretty good advantage and a pretty good chance to get it here. They're going to take the point after. 20-13. We know what we need. Touchdown to tie. 2-point try could win it if we can get the touchdown in the first place. Lovelace is hurt. I feel like we kind of just need to take him out of the game. That's brutal. I mean, wear and tear is just so extreme in this game. 2nd and 5. Run up the middle. McGill can't get there. 3rd and 1. Feels like a lot in the box. They're not jumping. McGill got there. First down. We've kept it on the ground here, and we've done so successfully. Ball's got to come out quick. There's LJ Johnson Jr., and LJ brings us down to the 2. This has got to be a touchdown. Outside run. They've got everybody inside. You just got to block it. Touchdown, McGill. Not slipping that time. That was such a dominant drive. But I feel like our defense has played well the entire game, and I felt like we did even in overtime. It was just one crucial mistake. I mean, it was limited sample, right? But one crucial mistake that let them score a touchdown. 20-20. We start with the ball here in the second overtime. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the offense. Go out and make a play. Here we go. Man, he fumbles the ball. Arizona State recovers. How do you do that? Throw to the flat, complete. We need a fumble, we need a pick, we need something badly. Go for the ball, man. Please. Get the football. Or is it smarter to let them get down to like the 1 and then hopefully miss a kick? Won't matter. Touchdown, Arizona State. That's our first loss of the year. Arizona State beats us 26-20 in OT. The McGill fumble, man. Slipping Jimmy. Must have had money on it. This is why we're recruiting a pair of running backs. We played great against a top 25 team. Man, Drew 2 for 7, 23 yards. O-line was no help. We could not run the ball at all. I mean, Mackenzie McGill, 7 for 49, and the game-losing fumble. He's going to have to shake it off because he's kind of the best we've got. Defensively, Coy Parrish led the team in catches and tackles, or solo tackles. TFL's 3 for Noah Herrick, 2 for Taquan Beard. No sacks, no picks, and we are 4-1. So following the loss, Travis Sabri has a new #1 team, and it's Stanford. Although I think there's a silver lining to this loss. Hawaii is undefeated, and now it's a same tier opponent instead of a lower tier. So we know the sell on Travis Sabri. 5-star quarterback. Always nice to have. Always nice. I'm still worried about Clemson coming for a Lodi. We'll see what happens with that. But Sabri is on campus this week. Stanford wants him pretty bad. We are heavily pursuing him. Still like Kerry Mears. Not quite how sure he's going to be. Pocket passer. Could be an interesting fit. But we've got a couple on campus today. Joey Vernon is on campus. Not the best sell ever, but we need to upgrade our O-line so badly. And he could be a starter. He could be a starter in year 1. I don't think there's any question about that. And we also have cornerback Lee Azudu. I think he could be a starter next season as well, out of Spring, Texas. But Sabri and Vernon, kind of the two big ones coming to campus this week. Greg Felix is a 4-star corner. I definitely want to see him on campus. We can sell A+ playing time. And UAB has passed us for Lionel Waddy. So we got to figure that out. We need to rearrange some points probably. And I think Greg Felix could also be a starter next season. We need to get him. We really need to go after, or we need to get everybody we're going after. It's easier said than done. But, of course, we'll see what we can do. That would be the ideal sell there, campus personality. But the clutch is also an option. Can't pass on a 4-star corner. Those are hard to get. We got a rivalry game. Hawaii coming to town. A 5-star quarterback on campus. It's the battle for the Paniolo. The Rainbow Warriors looking to stay undefeated. We are looking to hand them their first loss, but also get back in the winning column ourselves. Ourselves, plural. But ourself is a collective of Wyoming football. Either way, we got to win. We had a night game. I'll tell you, I can't wait for it to start snowing here as we get some late in the year action. But we got some time before that happens. But I'm excited. Kerry Mears hopefully will lead us to victory over the Rainbow Warriors. These conference games are important. We've only had one the entire year. Time to win another. First and goal for the Rainbow Warriors. Hey, Kenyon Crothers, nice of you to join us. Forgot you were on the team. Read option. Touchdown, Hawaii. Couldn't have played that worse. It's a yellow out here in Wyoming. Oh, we got a little stripe action. But DeMarcus Davis, I mean, we know what this guy can do. He was good last year. But Caleb Merritt, interception, down to the 11-yard line. This is our chance to take the lead. Touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Set the tone. Might be a little bit adventurous this early on. We'll see what happens. Read option. Kerry Mears, keeper. Touchdown, Mears. Someone called him Lemire Jackson. I like it. Lemire's Jackson. And that number 8, too. Kerry, scary Kerry, with the touchdown. And it's going to be 7-7. Come on, defense. Big third down. Make a stop. Yeah, I'd like to. I'm going to spread everything out. Throw over the middle. Oh, over. The outstretched arms of the last inbreaker there. And we're going to jump in on offense. 4th and 1 from the 44. Let's get a halfback dive going. Give it 3 down linemen. Run at him. Bang! Don't stretch. I swear I'm flicking it. And he's still stretching out anyway like I'm holding it. I hate this new mechanic. Hate it, hate it, hate it. 3rd and 6. Mears on the move. Mears taking off. Mears will get it. Let's go, Kerry. Come on. Koi Parrish touchdown. Even though I feel like this is never open. We're throwing it anyway. Mears! A pretty good throw. But it can't find the target. 4th and 7. We know Sandvik can drill from this range. Not really a problem. I feel like he could kick from 70. And our defense did their job. Got the offense the ball back. Come on. We need Lovelace. I'd love a Lovelace touchdown. We're powering ahead. First down, Matt Lovelace. He's got star dev. He can be a star. I'm so worried about McGill, man. He's undersized. He's not fast. He fumbles. Why does this guy see the field? The only reason he was in, by the way, is because Matt Lovelace was hurt. Spinning back, and Gilbert down to the one. Timeout, Wyoming. That was a really good play for us the first week of the year. Since then, we really haven't run it very much. Third and goal. I didn't like anything. Needed to make a quicker decision. We're going to leave the offense out there. Ball on the 1-yard line. You really think Hawaii is capable of a 99-yard drive with no timeouts? I know you can get guaranteed points with 3, but it's guaranteed points with Matt Lovelace. Touchdown for the big freshman. Let's go. 17-10. Into the third quarter. 4th and inches. You know what time it is for midfield. It's McGill in the game, man. Slipping Jimmy. Hopefully people get that reference. First down is good. And we don't do anything with it. Defense is playing well, though. They're going to have to keep it up. 4th quarter. 3rd and 6. I would call this 4-down territory for Hawaii very easily. We'll see if it is. They're going to move and motion the running back out. Go from empty. Let's go QB spy. Crothers in coverage. That's where the ball goes, and it's just out of reach. I hit Y at first, and then switched to X to go for the deflection, and it didn't do it. I needed to hit deflection first, I guess. 2nd and 3. Creeping up to Quan Beard. That's going to be a touchdown. The tight end somehow got open over the middle. Yeah, an undefeated Hawaii is looking to stay undefeated. They're going to tie it up. You think they would have given us the drive there. 2nd and 7. 17-17. This has been a fun second year, man. It hasn't been all that easy, even though our record's good. But we've been in every game. Of course, only the one loss. It's a big 3rd and 4. Can't get it to Sadiq. We're going to bring Eric Sandvik out. He's only got 81 kick power, but it just feels like it's way more. No doubt about it. 20-17. We take the lead. And we need our defense to make a stop. Hawaii only needs 3 to tie. Our stadium's going crazy. In-breakers open. Davis has been picked off in this game. I feel like it's been a while since we had an interception. But we do have one today. Dash Bauman on the blitz. Davis is going down. What a play. 3rd and 9. Get to the quarterback. Throw up the seam. It's caught. There's a broken tackle, and Hawaii's on the edge of field goal range. I mean, yeah, when you run cover 3, that's where you're going to be vulnerable, and they had a great play for it. And they're not necessarily playing for the tie here. 2nd and 4. Trips right. Throw over the middle, and that's complete on the backside of that. We're going for the football. Maybe we shouldn't be. Timeout Hawaii, and we're going to start to think about timeouts. You'd think Hawaii has all but guaranteed the tie, but they could be on the verge of taking the lead. And with visitors on campus, oh my goodness. Kenyon Crothers, the freshman linebacker, just got juked out of his shoes. But you think with a 5-star quarterback on campus, we'd like to win by a lot. That's no longer an option. Big hit. 3rd and inches. We're going to call a timeout. We're going to have to call a timeout. They're going with a 3 wide receiver set. I'm telling you, we're going to blitz the hell out of this. They're going to run. It's a pitch, and it's going to be somehow a touchdown for Hawaii. We were all over it. He pitches it behind himself to the left. We got to take a second look at the Jashawn Benjamin touchdown. That is, brother. That's insane. Need a block here to keep it a 3-point game. Otherwise, we need a touchdown. 35 seconds on the clock. We have 2 timeouts. We need a touchdown. Nothing else will do. They got their safeties pretty deep here. Let's see. I don't hate how they're lined up for us, though. That one floated a little bit. That wasn't great. Stepping up, Kerry Mears. Choosing not to go down. Clock's going to keep ticking. I could see a screen actually being pretty effective here. We'll see if they blitz us or not. I think they're being kind of conservative, so it might not be the best call. It took forever to snap the ball. Lovelace breaks a tackle. We're going to be forced to call a timeout. That took forever. Lobbing it up towards Sadiq. Incomplete. Didn't really see much there. Definitely could have been. We have a timeout. We can get into Hail Mary range, but that's like our best option right now. Mears taking off. We'll have one play. Yeah, no, their defense has been really good here. Need a shot to the end zone. It's going to be Koi Parrish. Make a play. Hawaii stays undefeated. Another close home loss here. Hawaii plays tough, man. They're a tough team for whatever reason. I guess it's DeMarcus Davis. That was a brutal game. Matt Lovelace with a fumble in this one. We got to stop turning the football over. Needs to stop happening. Beard with 9 tackles, a TFL. Sack for Bauman and Derek Simmons. Interception for Caleb Merritt, but it wasn't enough. It's over now for Travis Sabri. The recruitment is done. We didn't get anything for the visit. Nothing at all. Stanford stays out ahead. And we are bowing out of the 5-star quarterback recruitment. We still have some good players on the board, though. Carl Worthy is a 5-star edge from Wisconsin. We got to get him on campus week 11. Absolutely needs to happen. I'm worried he's going to like pro potential, which would not really be that good for us. But championship contender is also an option. And we're a B- there right now. Like, we've had a good season, but lately it's been a couple tough games. But that's just the way she goes sometimes. Still looking great on Elodie. We'll see if Clemson decides to start playing really tough at any moment. because it absolutely could happen. But there's only one option here. It's not the best sell ever, A+, C-, D+, but it's something. And we're still looking good on the backs. Mike Whalen, he's going to have at least an A+ and a C+ in there, you'd think. So we'll worry about recruiting. But I think for the most part, we are addressing the big positions of need. So we're just going to keep grinding away. Hit the transfer portal hard again. The only real concern is I don't know if our portal class could possibly be better than it was last year with bringing guys like Koi Parrish and Kenyon Sadiq and Ashton Stamps. I don't know if it can be that good again. Of course, it's the Gene Dangus effect. You never know what type of class is going to walk in that door. Did I just Pawn Stars that? Okay. I need to stop. We're going to focus on this stuff. Joey Vernon's still going well, so we can still improve our pass blocking. And we're gonna keep rocking. That's all we can do. We are going to play the first Dynasty team for College Football 25. It was a special time. I was just talking with the chat on Twitch. Of course, these are filmed live on Twitch. It was just a special series to me, with all like the memorable names to me. You know, the slot fade was really strong with White Lightning, corner 3, Taylor McCaleb, who's also the first recruit in Nevada Dynasty history, Jabari Sapp at quarterback, later Jaron Small. I mean, the receivers were in crazy. Michael Turner, Braden Dahl, even Kevin Barmore, right? He committed to Tennessee. He was a 5-star and then flipped. Just so much happened in that series. Duke Ingold, right? Was that the name of the linebacker who was the best prospect ever? It was a fun series, man. But we can't reminisce too much. We got to beat Nevada today. They're 3-3. We've dropped to 4-2 after a 4-0 start. We've played a couple of really tough teams. Ranked Arizona State, maybe soon to be ranked, undefeated Hawaii. And we played them close. Of course, they're, at home. You want to be winning those games, no matter who you're playing, but it doesn't always work out that way, as down goes the quarterback. It's the transfer, Derek Simmons, with his second sack of the day already. The Wolfpack, though, is up 3-0. And we need to get this offense moving again. I feel like that's been the big problem. Against the whatever schools, we were scoring at will. Not so much lately. Got to start finding the end zone more consistently, and this is a good way to do it. McGill wide open up the middle. Can't fumble that. Imagine he drops it on the goal line. Yeah, I'm about tired of him. I'm excited for new running backs to come in. Yeah, Kent State was fun too. Marquis Balaj was unreal. Dave Teamer, of course, when healthy, was awesome. But yeah, Marquis Balaj is probably one of my favorite players in my series history, and a lot of people probably wouldn't throw him out there because it was Kent State Dynasty. It wasn't like that popular of a series. Here's a shot down the field. Koi Parrish can't catch it. Would have been nice. And a penalty gives Nevada 1st and goal from the 6. Dude. We are finding ways to beat ourselves. Touchdown, Nevada. $17-7. Let's figure it out. It's the third quarter. It is the third quarter. It's intentional ground. Are you telling me 22 is not in the area? Is that a joke? There's a receiver right there. Down 2 scores, end of the third quarter. Not really where you want to be. That is so open. Going for the football at this point. It's a big play for Nevada. And it's probably about to be 24-7. Our once great defense has not been so great of late. Although Nevada will keep the offense on the field. Kind of an interesting call here, but I guess 20-7 is the alternative. It's still a 2-possession game. We just can't run with that. Touchdown, Nevada. Fourth and 2. Boy. We're staring 3 straight losses in the face. We need a little bit more Kenyon Sadiq. All right, big play and a big penalty. Let's get in the end zone, man. This game's not over. It does look awful. What is that jump? Are you kidding me? No way. We try to step up and scramble. 99 is in a double team. No way. Throwing the over, and that is caught. It isn't over yet, but it looks pretty bad. Sadiq drops it. Starting right tackle Pierre Bibbs, the true freshman, is hurt. If you don't think that was a crazy play, you're insane. The defensive tackle breaking off of a double team. He made it look easy. Impressive, too. But, like, have you ever seen a defensive tackle make that play? And the one from Nevada's doing it. 3-3 Nevada. How can I draft him? That is a nice catch. Bullet from Kerry Mears. Come on. Get the onside. Yeah, the O-line's awful. We're doing the best we can. Here's the onside. That is a good kick, but recovered by the Wolfpack. And there's nothing we can do to stop them. It's incredible. How are we this bad? Gotta call timeouts, but I don't even know what for at this point. Give me the football. 3rd and 14. How about an interception here? Please, somebody make a play. That stops the clock at least. 27-14. The game is not over. We need an onside. We'll need an onside kick. We're going to try.
That makes the score Nevada 27, Wyoming 14.
I mean, we need to score in the next 20 seconds. Or else we absolutely need an onside kick, which we are unlikely to get. I'd love to get something deep down the field here, but as you'd expect, they're not really giving it to us. Is Kenyon Sadiq not the closest receiver? Who am I playmakering there? Get set, get set, get set. We got the snap off. It still won't matter. We're going to get sacked. It's done. Absolutely done. 4th and 15. Shot down the field. Coy Parrish is worthless. And that is the game. We're going to drop 3 in a row. We're just not showing up. The defense sucks. The offense sucks. Brutal. We have no running game. It's so bad. And we don't really even try because we don't ever have the lead, it would appear. Simmons, I started out with 2 sacks. I'm like, we got this in the bag. Now we're 1-2 in the conference. So this is where we are. Wisconsin's catching up to Carl Worthy. They've got a better pipeline. They can just outsell us. We have them coming in against San Jose State week 11. Elodie. Clemson decides they want him now. We knew it was going to happen. It's happening. We've got him in week 11. We need a big win. Mike Whalen. A visit could be nice. Maybe against Air Force or something, but don't really have the hours. Boise State's making a push for Marquise Donahue. Looking pretty good on Joey Vernon. We just need to put that one away. Just need to put it away. Florida's making a push for Caleb Knowles. That's someone we want. Looks good on Greg Felix, who's coming in week 11. In fact, I can probably take 10 off and throw those on Knowles, maybe. Or maybe even Teron Felix. Because we need O-line so badly. And Heflin, slowly but surely. Azudu looks pretty good. Sawyer looks okay. We're staying in that. We're staying in the Alton Maja recruitment. Even though Missouri's making a big push. It's going to come down to the week 11 visit that could make or break our class. Week 8, we've got New Mexico. And we're on a downward spiral. There's no way around it. Conference standings look pretty bad. However, there are only 2 undefeated teams in the conference. Boise State, San Diego State. So if we win out, it's not impossible that we would be in the conference championship. Not impossible. I'm not saying it's likely. We have 0 wiggle room and we're not playing well. But hey, if we lose to New Mexico, it is panic time. No question about that. If we lose to New Mexico, the season's over. They are a 57 overall. This team absolutely sucks. Sucks. If we lose, maybe I resign. Yeah, I promise. All right, here we go. This offense better start scoring points, man. No, it is a must-win, but also can't lose. Here we go. I mean, it looks like their defense has 10 guys on the field. That's all they needed. We're backed up to our own 5. What is the problem? Run the ball. Run the damn football. There's Lovelace. Up the middle. Let's go. We got to keep him honest. There's Mackenzie McGill. McGill to the outside. They don't have the athletes. If they don't have the athletes to stop Mackenzie McGill, they're in trouble. Because he's not a good athlete. At least not elite. There's Mackenzie McGill. A little cutback. That's more than 10. Now, you can't run the ball this effectively on every team, but we are doing it to this particular team. LJ Johnson Jr. in motion. Working off play action. Kenyon Sadiq makes the catch. Sometimes you just got to trust the talent. You just got to trust him. And Sadiq has been quiet lately. Made a big-time play there. McGill, what are we doing? I don't know how we can't squeak through that. 3rd and inches. Lovelace kicks to the outside. That's got to be a Matt Lovelace touchdown. And it is. All right. We found it. We found it here. 3rd and 1. Can Kerry Mears run the ball here? We're about to find out. Hey, does it enough? Gets enough there. Their defense, I feel like, is weird. They've got no help over the top. They're really, really banking on these corners to thrive in what appears to be definitely man coverage. Kenyon Sadiq, jump ball, can't bring it down. We had Coy Parrish in the area too. That wasn't great design. But I think Coy Parrish can score a touchdown here. We're going to check down, actually. Lovelace powering ahead. And we're back to passing the ball a lot. I don't know how good that is for the team. L.J. Johnson catches the bullet from Scary Kerry. I'd love a McGill touchdown here. Play action. Mears on the move. Mears gonna get sacked. Maybe need to throw that one away. Try read option. Mears keeper, back up the middle, touchdown. Let's go, Kerry. Good drive. Oh, we figured it out. We figured it out all right. This 3-3-5 defense is no match for Wyoming. There's the 2-minute timeout. We're about to make this 21-0. Mackenzie McGill down to the 2. 4 rushes, 59 yards. What a game for him. Don't throw a pick six here. Operation, do not throw a pick six. Matt Lovelace down to the 1. New Mexico actually calling timeouts. He's got 8 for 112, by the way. What a game for Matt Lovelace. And that just includes a gain of nothing. And a gain of nothing there. Except for 7. Touchdown, Matt Lovelace. True freshman with the score. 21 up. Ooh, 7 for New Mexico. It's 21 zip. Now we're into the 3rd quarter. Can we hit him off play action? Wide open, Sadiq. 1st and goal, Wyoming. Kerry Mears only 139 yards passing today, but that's all we need. The running game has been dominant. Here's play action. Little dump off to the flat. Schoenfield to the 5. I'm thinking a jet touch pass could be money here. Blank, thanks for the tier 1. Gilbert in motion. Spin back touchdown. Or no spin back and it didn't do it and just a cutback. I think every one of Gilbert's touchdowns have been on that particular play this year. 28-7. This was the get-right game, and it had to be, because New Mexico's really bad. Made a stop that time, but yeah, if we would have lost this game, man, rip Wyoming Dynasty. We had a good run. Kerry Mears will get the football over the line to gain. Mercury Swaim in there on the tackle, but he kind of dragged him ahead. Read option. Kerry Mears fighting through would-be tacklers. Brought down at the 8. He's got 9 attempts for -3. Hell yeah. McGill with the spin. No gain. All right, they're on the run here. They figured out how to stop it. Are they ready for the draw? The spin back Mackenzie McGill. That was nasty. We're going to leave the offense out there. 28-7. Let them go drive the length of the field. Or not. Matt Lovelace, touchdown in the backfield. Huge. What a game for him, by the way. He was incredible today. Matt Lovelace, he's over like 130 yards rushing, adds a receiving touchdown. And we really haven't seen any of our defense today. But they've done well. Only 7 points allowed. We're up 34-7. And I'd love a turnover here. Kind of put the exclamation point on it. Shot down the middle of the field. Merritt out of position. Touchdown, Lobos. All right, dude. And we can't pick a play. We can't call a timeout. And we are subjected to the onside with nobody to recover it. Oh my God. What is this game? They're like, you're going to get screwed, actually, is what's going to happen. Thankfully, we still have the ball. It's like, are you joking, man? The game individually screws me, I promise. Anyway, that's the ball game. We are back in the win column, 34-14 after a 3-game slide. 2-2 in the Mountain West. 5 for 14 for 122 and 2 scores for Gabriel Motzkenbacher. Kerry Mears, 16 for 20, 168, 2 touchdowns. And we had 2 100-yard rushers. Matt Lovelace, 19 for 143, 2 touchdowns. McGill, 10 for 101. Touchdown for Kerry Mears on -3 yards rushing. And then receiving had a touchdown from Micah Gilbert. And defensively, TFL for Ben Roberts, who's back from injury. Of course, the sack, no picks in this one. But Micah Gilbert is only a redshirt freshman. He's got a ton of potential for us. I want to get him more involved. We need to figure out ways to get him the football. That was a big win. We needed to beat them. It should never have even been in question whether we would beat them or not. But hey, the games have not been very good to us lately. So to just come out here and actually get the win, Matt Lovelace, Mountain West Offensive Player of the Week, that was big. San Diego State needs to lose. Now, they were one of the undefeated teams in the conference, right? Hawaii has lost. And they lost the conference game. San Diego State is one of the one-loss conference teams. As is Boise State. If we beat San Diego State and then San Jose State, we would have the tiebreaker, of course, over both. I don't know that we would control our own destiny quite yet. I can't say that. But we'd be in a decent position to battle back here and make a conference title game. Carl Worthy, I'll tell you what, Wisconsin really wants him, and they're probably going to get him. So that sucks. But we are still pushing. We're still fighting for it. Get Mike Whalen on campus. That's big. Get Marquise Donahue on campus the next week. We're going to get one of those backs, hopefully. These are not easy recruiting battles already. And Joey Vernon could end up surprising and picking UTSA at the buzzer. Alabama's making a strong play on Teron Felix. So if we don't put 50 on him right now, we are in trouble. But we need Caleb Knowles as well, and we need him on campus. We can't schedule him week 11 because we just put a running back in there. Okay. That complicates things. Oregon now making a push for Greg Felix at the buzzer. Dude, these are big boy recruiting battles out of nowhere. Goodness. Like, Oregon's going to be in a good position, but I think our Week 11 visit could be enough. I don't know. I don't like where almost any of these are. We may just need to give up on Teron Felix and put these points elsewhere, which I don't love doing, but I kind of think we have to. I don't really think there's a choice at this point. These commitments are just too important. And the fact that we don't get the visit for Knowles is really disappointing. We've got to get him on a week 12. So again, we actually got to rearrange these points. We'll figure it out. It's not great, but we are battling, and that's what these recruiting battles are. San Diego State is a good team. They've got some cool uniforms. Unfortunately, no cool alternates, but I think I knew that. There are 67 overall, but as we know, that doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot, especially considering we are only a 74. We've got to be good here. And, I mean, the 3-game slide, just so bad. Arizona State, I get. Hawaii is just apparently good this year, but and we can't lose to Nevada. I get it's on the road. I don't really care that much. Like, we just can't lose that game. We're going to send Taquan Beard on the blitz here. Oh, actually, it's going to be Siegel. And Merritt's back deep. Where's Taquan Beard? I don't know. Ooh, there he is. Incomplete. Holy cow. All right. Good enough start. We start from our own 4. Lovelace coming off of a career game. Let's see if he can do it again. Hey, he's off to a good start. There's 10 plus. Show me more Matt Lovelace. Or McGill's already in the game. And we had 2 running backs with over 100 yards rushing last game. As long as McGill doesn't fumble the ball, he's okay. There's McGill. And I don't know if our running game is going to look especially better next year. Because the 2 running backs we're recruiting are north-south blocker types, I believe. So power backs, really, that may be fullbacks. It's an interesting call. Maybe we get a running back out of the portal. We could take off here with Kerry Mears. He's got that Patrick Mahomes just fast enough speed. We'll see if he can add another gear in the offseason, but we're a little bit of a ways away from that. Had negative 3 yards rushing last week. Of course, sack yardage at the college level is taken into account on that, as Mackenzie McGill drops the ball. I can't wait to be done with some of these players, man. Absolute garbage. Oh, they're kind of on that. Get a yard. Okay. I mean, Sadiq really has not played a big impact lately. He is open there, and the throw is behind him. He's got to go back and get it. It was just never going to happen. You don't know he's going to be open, though, because sometimes you try to throw a player open, and it's a pick because the DB runs the route better than the receiver does. Did we just force a turnover? Interception by Kenyon Crothers for 58, the freshman linebacker. And then a big play, or penalty, puts us in scoring position in the red zone. Touchdown, Coy Parrish. Let's go. 7-zip. Defense needs help, though. Who wants to make the play? Showing pressure with Ojabo. We shed the wrong way. 5 rushes for 20 yards. It's just too many. It's not that crazy, but it is too many. RPO. Nobody's on it. Wow, what a move. Are you kidding me? Cut on a dime. Touchdown, San Diego State. And they're driving again. God, we can't lose this game. I know they're 5-2. Having a good season. I don't really care. Can't lose this game. Flat wide open. First down. What? We need to go to a different defense here. They're so spread out. They might just run the ball. They're going to, and they're going to score. Yeah, the pass rush needs to get better too, but it's not even the biggest of our problems there. Second half, down by 7. 3rd and 4 from the 40. Kerry Mears diving ahead, and he got it. Let's go, Kerry. Put the team on your back. Make a play. Billy Bob, thanks so much for the tier 1. Little design scheme play to Kenyon Sadiq. And he is blown up at the 3. But it's a big play nonetheless. Find the end zone. Tie it up here. LJ Johnson Jr. in motion. Hand off to Mackenzie McGill. We lose 2. That's a bad play, man. It's a really bad play. I don't think we ever get anything off that. Lovelace in motion. McGill's going to get it again. I dragged the safety out of position, but McGill can't get through the hole. 3rd and goal on the 2. Read option. Kerry Mears does it himself. Touchdown, Scary Kerry. Yeah, carrying the team on his back. 14-14. Our defense needs help. Face mask on somebody. Okay, we don't even have somebody out there to cover. I mean, QB contain here, maybe. Touchdown, San Diego State. What do we do there? State takes the lead, 21-14. I don't know about all this. 3rd and inches, this is what the play call is. Running a reverse. We're just going to run with LJ Johnson Jr. Get blocks. There's a spin move. Okay. That was a little crazy. Yeah, we're in the same playbook that we were last year. Lovelace just immediately stopped. Offense got to stay out there. I don't love it. Here's 4th and 4. Sadiq wide open. We got it to him. Let's go, Kenyon. LJ Johnson Jr. injured on the play. But we do move the chains. And read option, they were all over it. They were all over Kerry Mears. Yeah, maybe see us later. We'll see. More worried about keeping our season alive at the moment. Oh, where is that going? And it's actually caught. 3rd and goal. They're double teaming Gilbert. We needed to get that. We needed to let go of the ball way sooner. Just wasn't really looking at it, to be honest. Where else should you be looking on the slant? I was looking at the other one. Field goal is good. Still very much in the game. 5.5 to go. Down 4. Are we capable of getting a pass rush here? Well, they're going to run. Kenyon Crothers drags down Brian Jackson, who really has not run the ball that well today, 11 for 35. But, I mean, they've got a lead, so it doesn't really even matter as Crothers is now thrown to the ground. And it's 3rd and 5. Big hurry-up team. This is a big play. They've got a punt if they don't get this here. Big hit! Let's go! Merritt forces the incompletion. I thought for sure that was going to get caught. I thought for sure. Big hit. Touchdown gives us the lead. You love to see it. Oh, they're going to bring that DB up. Matt Lovelace could have a huge play here. Cut to the outside. Lovelace. Juke back to the inside. Not really much of a lateral mover, but we'll take that. Down the field. We can't get it there. We don't have the time with play action because play action blocking is absolutely broken in this game. LJ Johnson streaking for a touchdown. We needed any time in the pocket. Anytime. Anytime. Any time at all would have been good. But we got literally no time. 2nd and 10. Not really that good of a ball there. Third and 6. Kenyon Sadiq with a good route. He makes the catch, but he's short. I mean, I got to get some sort of a dive here. Maybe Power O can just work instead. 4th and inches. It could not have been blocked worse. The right guard just, first of all, man, they double teamed the one technique. Couldn't get back around him. Maybe just needed to really try to bounce that out. I mean, saw the hole, just couldn't move to it, unfortunately. And our defense need to make a stop again. Is Heat Seeker not on, dude? I'm flying around here, not able to attach to any ball carrier. Slant, open, big hit. Dude, it's like playing the Avengers sometimes. Every player bounces off a hit stick. Every player outruns the pursuit angle. Every player gets open. Now they're going to waste time. They're going to bring this down all the way. Give me a break, dude. What a joke. We're going to run commit. Is now not the time to take chances? Try to get him out of field goal range. They pass. They go to the flat, though. Okay. That'll stop the clock, right? Or is it only inside? No, it's inside 5 minutes, I think. But I don't know how it works with the shortened clock. 2:37. And they're going to run. And they're going to have space. And we can't get the ball. That's simply insane. What are these fucking assignments? Maybe needed a timeout there. But yeah, we just let 30 seconds tick off the clock. They could have brought it down to the 2-minute warning at some point anyway, but it's going to come down to a 4th and short. We couldn't get a halfback dive in the play there. What? How does he possibly score? We've got like 4 players all in the area. I take the first guy out of position, I guess, trying to get the hit stick. He literally runs 3. He phases through the arm. Not like it really mattered anyway. They could have just taken off all the clock. Field goal would have beat us. You think I dove to the fucking right there? We still have all 3 of our timeouts. The game is not over yet. Although in these spots, I might have missed something here, trying to just get a little bit too much. Because the drag is open. They're giving us the drag. I guess this in is probably open with a pass lead down and away from the linebacker, maybe. I mean, you'd like a big play to try to get back in this one. I'd like to also snap the ball at some point today. And when we've been in these spots, credit to the opposing defenses, we literally can't get a fucking yard. Fourth and 1. Trying to save those timeouts. Lovelace is open. All right, this is a big play. Yeah, let him know. Like, we have no ability to take the top off the defense. It's kind of insane. Good blocks. We need a touchdown. These games are somehow insanely hard to win. Not being able to play defense might not even be the biggest problem. I will say, you know what a huge problem is blocking not working on any play action pass. Ever. Pick. Put me out of my misery, please. $52-yard field goal to stay in the game. It is not even close. We're going to drop to 5-4. Recruiting update. Carl Worthy barely hanging on to first place here. Barely. Week 11 could be a huge game. Ezekiel Elodi as well. I like where we are on Whalen and somewhat on Donahue. UTSA is making a big push for Joey Vernon. That's not my favorite. Trenton Felix is headed to Bama. 4-star guard. We stopped pursuing him because it didn't feel like we were going to get him. And I think that was probably the right call. This is just, you know, I would venture to call it a series of unfortunate events. Got Air Force Week 12. Caleb Knowles will be on campus for that one. Oregon is making a big push for Greg Felix, who will be on campus next week. Zudu is very close to a commitment, so I feel good about that race. And recruiting could be going worse. I know we don't have anybody right now. But if we were to come away with a 5-star and then a couple of 4-stars and then hit the portal hard and supplement the rest with 3 stars, that really is not the worst recruiting class. Battle for the bronze boot here. We're going to play Colorado State. It's been a tough season. I don't really know what to make of it. We're just not doing well. Is my expert analysis. See if we can beat Colorado State. We got to figure it out. Great start. Defense needs help. Penalty has put Colorado State at the 12-yard line. We are fighting to be bowl eligible, by the way. That's currently where this is. My team is not capable of making a big hit. We got to stop attempting them. They can't do it. They can't do it. Get the ball to Kenyon Sadiq. All right, he makes the catch. None of these games are easy at this point. I don't know what has happened, but none of them are easy. We were 4-0, by the way, for those paying attention. 4-0. We are 1-4 in our last 5. There's a flag here. What are they going to call? Defensive pass interference? Ooh, free play. First and goal on the 3. Yeah, we got a lot of young players on this team. Maybe is an excuse. I don't know. Matt Lovelace touchdown. It's we got a couple of young players. You know, we're trying to develop these guys, but we really need more talent. You know, I feel like with all the talent we brought in on defense, like Coy Parrish and Ashton Stamps and a couple of really good freshmen, it goes to show that the secondary doesn't really matter. Like, how many times do we jump into the game here and it's, oh man, our secondary got cooked again? It's like not happening almost ever. It's, oh man, the linebackers suck and the defensive line isn't doing anything. Now, granted, the DBs have not been amazing, but we're giving them way too much time to do whatever they want to do. Yeah, the Mountain West is just too stacked, as they say. The D-line is really, really not good. That's where we need to improve the most. And, you know, maybe we'll be better. Good route from Sadiq. Didn't get really enough separation, and the ball wasn't close. Colorado State up 10-7. Let's take the lead before half. Do something. Our O-line is also abysmal, dude. Our O-line is so bad. Kerry Mears get on the move. Let's go, Kerry. Get a block out there, LJ. Let's go, Kerry. He's had a good freshman season. It's just he's not dynamic yet. He's just very clearly a true freshman. I don't know that he ever will be dynamic, by the way, but he's our starting quarterback next year as well, unless he hits the transfer portal, which would be a surprise. They were all over the screen. I mean, this Colorado State team at 3-5 with no chance of making a bowl game pretty much is playing out of their minds. They've got a chance, but it's not a good one. Clock continuing to tick. 3 timeouts. We will get to using them soon. Carry to take off. No block from 0. Mackenzie McGill is such a fucking bum. I've been swearing a lot in this video / stream, but oh my god. That guy sucks. He's awful. It's almost like you're only as strong as your weakest link. And we've got a lot of weak links here. Lower the shoulder, Carey. Get in the end zone. Do it yourself. 14-10, second half. In the red zone. Let's go. On time, on target. We're just handed off. No, we're actually going to make it a one-possession game here. Or we're going to make it a touchdown game. Conservative call, but we're on the road. We have not been playing that well. We've got to take all the points we can get. We just don't even tackle, man. Defense needs help. Yeah, of course they do. First and goal from the 10. Let me be aware of this running back. That seems pretty uncoverable. Good tackle. Taquan Beard. I love to see the freshmen making plays. That's kind of the silver lining here of this season. Colorado State will tie it. And we don't have the ball. Interception by Elijah Reed. Dude. I don't even know what to say. Dude. Oh my gosh. Okay. (17-17). RPO. Beard. Beard is a dog. Taquan Beard, I would give my life for. I don't know what scenario that exists where that would happen, but if you know, need be, yes, it couldn't really be more open. Touchdown Colorado State. They take the lead here in the fourth. Open over the middle, L.J. Johnson Jr. Man, I'm looking for some more speed from this team at some point. We just don't have it yet. Kenyon Sadiq, open, makes the catch. I'm going to tell you, we are considering touchdown and go for two territory. That's where this team is right now. Can we afford a loss to Colorado State? I don't know if we can stop them. No idea. There's the pitch. McGill gets it and accelerates just enough. Two-point conversion scares me, though. But it's under consideration. There's Matt Lovelace. We definitely do not want to give them any time. So, shoot clock goes on for that play. Sadiq open. Stiff arming, gets out of bounds. Perfect. I say perfect. I wonder if we're going to have too much time left on the clock if we score. Maybe we run the ball here. 2nd and 3. Cut back up the middle. Lovelace is going to get it. Clock's ticking. Lovelace with blockers. And I don't really mind going down at the 1. In fact, no, we're going to try and score. I was going to call a timeout and then get a different play. I kind of like where we are. We're going to take this down to about 11 seconds and then snap the ball. Let's do it with 12. Lovelace, touchdown. Good drive. And now it's decision time.
Number 22 with the carry.
Coach wants to see us go for it. I really don't like what they're lined up in. We're going to play for overtime.
Timeout.
If they were in a different defense, we just got them to burn a timeout. If they were in a different defense, I think we probably snapped the ball. I just didn't like the look. We got to stay alive for 10 seconds and hopefully outplay them in overtime. It's like it's a play and not to lose call. We potentially extend our own demise just a little bit longer. 4 seconds. Everybody back. Good pressure. Ball's loose. Oh, they're going to call it incomplete. We're headed to OT. 24-24. Battle for the bronze boot. We're taking it back to Wyoming. We are taking it back to Wyoming. Let's go. Wyoming have won the toss. We're going to play defense. Bend but don't break here. Let's go. Hey, come on. They've got a good running back. We might try a lot more man coverage here in overtime. I want to see what that's all about. It's intercepted, Ashton Stamps! Just go down! We're a field goal away from a win. Ashton Stamps, the transfer with the pick to potentially win it in overtime. Underthrown ball. He was playing trail technique. And it's a 42-yarder to win it. Timeout, Colorado State. I don't want to see Mackenzie McGill in the game. Lovelace. Power. 2nd and 2. 34-yard field goal to win it. Here's the kick. We are bowl eligible. We are bowl eligible. We have... Harry Mears has his hands phasing through the wood. But we have done the impossible. Go on the road and beat Colorado State. They said it couldn't be done. Matt Lovelace is your player of the game. 2 touchdowns, 57 yards on 16 attempts. That's not great, but getting a win is. We like winning. Duncan Grant ends up throwing 2 picks. Kerry Mears was also intercepted. But he had 63 on the ground and a touchdown. Receiving, we're not passing the ball well at all right now. TFL is just 1 for Dash Bauman. No sacks, and of course picks for Stamps and Taquan Beard. What a player he is. Oh my goodness. He's unreal. Now, we are bowl eligible. Hey, we're headed towards another 8-win season, potentially. Back-to-back. That's not so bad. Week 11, we've got visitors on campus. This is a huge week. And we got our first commitment of the year. Lee Izudu. 3-star corner from Spring, Texas. I think he's a really good prospect from what I can tell. That's good value. Oh, no. Wisconsin has taken a huge lead on 5-star edge Carl Worthy. Okay, maybe huge was exaggerated. It looked like more in the screen. A blowout win of San Jose State might be the only way we can get them. No complimentary visits. Clemson's making a push for Ezekiel Elodi, also on campus this week. Boston College, after the visit, has jumped ahead on 4-star running back Mike Whalen. He's a north-south receiver, not blocker. Okay, north-south receiver. Donahue on campus next week. This visit could not be bigger. And Joey Vernon is headed to UTSA this week. I am afraid about that one. Playstyle F is not helping us. Okay. We might pivot towards some of the safeties here. Greg Felix also on campus. Caleb Knowles on campus next week. I don't know if we're going to get him. These are some tight recruitments, man, but you know, that's what you get when you go after some of these really great players. And they are. So let's just keep doing what we can do, and hopefully it starts to turn around in our favor, because right now, obviously, the results have not been very good, but we can still come away with a great season. And by great, I mean 8 wins again. We had 8 wins and a bowl win last year, but that was with the bowl win, so we actually won 7 during the regular season. So we're actually on about the same pace. San Jose State, the spread and shred offense, they're only a 61 overall. Brother, we got to win this game. Maybe the most important game of the year. So many big visitors. Our dreams of winning the conference are probably over for Season 2. But we need something to build on. We had a bad stretch. That's what we can call it. We had a bad stretch. Are we a bad team? We're not a great one. Like that, I know. We, like, great teams stop the run. We don't stop the run. Mears on the move. Buying time, throwing at the back of the left tackle's head. I like that. Make sure he's paying attention. We're up 3-0. Come on, defense. Make a play. Oh, shot toward the sideline. Okay. Incomplete. And they actually don't get 3. Man, these... Every, like, situation being, hey, it's 3rd down, go convert, is a tough moment. Mears on the move. Mears with a spin move, and he's going to get close. 4th and 1. We need to leave the offense out on the field here. LJ Johnson Jr. makes the catch. I like Kenyon Sadiq here. He's actually not running a route. We're going to take off with Kerry Mears. We got blockers. Kerry Mears lowering the shoulder, lost the football, but it's out before the end zone. So it's not a touchback. It's just ball on the 2. 1st and goal, handoff. Matt Lovelace, touchdown. This is a good start. We're looking for a blowout win that's 17 points or more. It's a 10-point head start. Defense playing well enough. Offense back on the field. 2-minute drill. Let's go offense. Good blocks for McGill. I mean, a 17-0 first half would be a really, really good start. There's Lovelace. Ooh, he's still going. Pierre Bibbs injured again. He's had some problems this season. Freshman right tackle. It's not high school football anymore. Sacked. Okay, 2nd and 17. Tight end screen. Sadiq is open. We get 7 back after the... And Mears has been picked off in this game, by the way. Get 7 back after the sack. Here's 3rd and 10. Would love to find our way into field goal range. We need another first down in order for that to happen. There's Kenyon Sadiq making the catch. Kenyon Sadiq still moving. Big gain for Sadiq. We need more of that. Sadiq again. Let's call a timeout. Teo, thanks so much for the tier 1. Sorry about the stream schedule or lack thereof. Give me Gilbert on a quick out. He's open. Good ball. Gilbert, touchdown. I keep saying we need to get him more involved. And then we keep not doing it in the game. Is he not getting open? Are we not looking for him? So many different reasons, potentially. But a 17-0 first half, you really couldn't ask for a lot more. Football in the 3rd quarter, a chance to make it 24-0. This is the team we thought we were going to see after the 4-0 start. But the truth was that we didn't play anybody. That was the unfortunate reality. We didn't know it at the time, but... I thought he was going to be running toward the sideline there. If you must know what the hell just happened. 3rd and 6. The flat was open. We went over the middle to LJ Johnson, who makes a tough catch, and we're going to leave the offense out on the field. It's 4th and inches. We got to trust Matt Lovelace here. I think he got it. Oh, the extra effort means he didn't. No, he did. They gave him forward progress. Okay. And are you ready for some trickeration? No, it's a fumble! Oh my goodness. Not what you want on 1st and goal. Now LJ Johnson Jr. is injured. Is he injured or does he need to take a shit? He's sprinting into the door. Kerry Mears was open for a receiving touchdown. We just couldn't get the ball out quickly enough. I don't think that's a fumble, by the way. But I don't know if we can challenge it. His arm's definitely moving forward, but they're not going to give us that. It kind of just randomly shoots backwards, so I don't really know what that is. I'm in Wyoming playbooks. They're going to keep us with the ball at the 30-yard line. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Great game. And now we try to get some of this back. It's intercepted. Anytime you try to throw to any route with anticipation, it's just picked off. Okay. They're going to run the ball. Big hit. I don't think he got there. Wyoming football. But San Jose State has it again. 4th and 10. Give me a Taquan Beard pick. Here's a shot deep down the field at Minor. Ooh, great defense to knock that away. How about a touchdown here? Really guarantee the blowout win. Mears is actually quite hurt. Read option, maybe not the best call. Lovelace gets it. He'll make it 4th and 3. This is where you guarantee the field goal, and you just make it 20. You just make it 20. Try to guarantee the blowout win. Quarterback on the move. He's going to get there. Man, we can't tackle in space. .101 to play. Really don't want to allow a touchdown here. 4th and goal. We can pass commit. He has so much time. Touchdown, San Jose State. We got the onside. We need a blowout win here. Need it. So we need a touchdown. Mears on read option. We got some blocks for Kerry Mears. Kerry Mears down the sideline, stiff-arming it out at the 7. He got 92 yards on the ground today. Goodness. They're still calling timeouts, which means we're still trying to score.
Timeout, San Jose State.
Second and goal. Run to Lovelace. Power. San Jose State timeout. Need that touchdown. Lovelace is going to fall in. Touchdown, Wyoming. And that should guarantee the blowout. 28-7 is indeed your final. Needed a blowout win. We got one. It's our 7th win of the year. This gives us some chance of getting a 5-star or 2. Lovelace with a pair of touchdowns. Mears had nearly 100 on the ground. And then receiving, Micah Gilbert with the touchdown, of course. Defensively, 8 tackles for Crothers, 2 TFLs for Simmons and Roberts, both of whom had sacks, and no interceptions in this one. But we're going towards maybe a 9-win season this year. That's our nice running back recruit deciding to commit. Mike Whalen from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, just chilling in our recruiting class. We also get 4-star cornerback Greg Felix, so the class is coming together. There's still time on Barry Sawyer. There is still time. Looking at some of the players that may transfer here. We're up to B championship contender. Air Force, always a tough team to contend with their style of play. We jumped out into the lead on Carl Worthy. It may be short-lived because he's on the Wisconsin campus this week. A Wisconsin win probably makes him commit. Ezekiel Elodie had a good visit, though. If we don't force a recruiting battle, I think we've got him. Marquise Donahue on campus this week. It honestly wasn't that great of a visit to Boise State. A blowout win, and Donahue, I think, is ours. Maybe. We'll certainly see. We jumped into 2nd place on Joey Vernon. We're in a recruiting battle. We're going to stay in it. I don't know that that one is certainly over yet. Caleb Knowles is on a week 12. I think we can at least force a recruiting battle against Florida. I don't know if we can win it. We'll see. Let's get Pat Heflin on campus. Week 13. It's a bye week visit. It isn't amazing, but it could be worse. We're going to get Barry Sawyer there as well. We can sell playing time, coach stability. We'll figure it out. And he would be a really nice player to get. He definitely is good. Gadget style. Oh, A-D, F is not good. All right, I guess we'll just send the house. But we got a little bit of potential here. A little bit of potential. I don't think it's over on Meja either, but we don't really have the points to sell him. But linebacker may be more important than safety at this point, or at least 2 safeties. This is the final game of the regular season. We've got some visitors for this one. We talked about it, but I'll refresh your memory in case you don't remember. We have Week 12, Marquise Donahue, 4-star running back from Draper, Utah. We have 4-star linebacker Caleb Knowles. I think we're going to force a recruiting battle. I don't know that we're going to earn his commitment. That one's a scary one. I like the way he looks. I guarantee it. But Air Force, they're 6-4, 3-3 in the conference. I told you I'd update you on the conference. I just don't think a 3-loss team is going to make it in. I don't think we have any chance. So here's what this conference standings look like. I guess it's not impossible, I guess. But Fresno State and Utah State would both have to lose, and then we'd have to have the tiebreakers over San Jose State and San Diego State and Air Force, which I think we actually would. Just because I guess we're going to see first Wisconsin because they have the big visit. They play Minnesota. They probably win that game. Who do we need to see? We needed to see Utah State and Fresno. So, Utah State, imagine they play each other. How unlucky would that be? They've got San Diego State, a losable game maybe. And Fresno State has so many teams. Fresno State has Colorado State. And we may have lost, actually, to San Diego State, which means we would not have the tiebreaker with them. That's right, we didn't win that game. Unfortunate season. But let's try to end on a solid note with a win over Air Force. I think we can do it. And we kind of need a blowout win. Would love that, but I don't know if we can count on that. Yeah, 9 wins would be an improvement on last year. I think that's kind of all you can ask for. And if we win today and then win the bowl game, we are a 9-win team. That's the focus. And I think we've seen great play from players who will be here next year. So I feel good about that. God, we can't tackle. It's so disgusting. We're trying to hit him so he can't fall ahead and pick up the first down, but he did. Got like nobody in the box here, but they are actually going to pass. And we can't get there, and it's going to be a touchdown. Like, how can we not make a play on the ball? How can we not get to the quarterback? How is this happening? Fumble recovered by Kerry Mears for 42 yards. I don't really even know what to do with that information. Fourth and 3. We're keeping the offense out there, down 7-0. Kenyon Sadiq open. That's got to be a Kenyon Sadiq touchdown. It is. We're not going to celebrate, man. We just tied it up against Air Force, who I don't know if we're going to be able to stop in this game. I think we're going to force a lot of fourth downs. Will we be able to tackle and get the offense back on the field? It's unknown at this time. It'll be 4th and 4. They apparently will punt, which means we're going to call a timeout. Punting probably the right call, given where the clock is and it's being 4th down. Obviously. But you don't want to like guarantee points for us if you miss it. It's a decent punt as well. We're going to get this drive. 41 seconds, 2 timeouts. That play sucks. And again, I think it's like play action blocking. We're in 3 down linemen. Kenyon Sadiq open. That's a good ball. Sadiq dropped it. Needed a possession catch that, maybe. Third and 10. Mears will throw back across his body. We just can't figure it out. (10-7) Air Force. The blowout win is looking less and less likely as time goes on. Under pressure, rolling out. Man, Mears is just not that fast. But it's 81 speed. It's not like too terrible, but it feels like 60. LJ Johnson Jr. in motion. He's probably going to transfer after this year. We just don't have the time to do anything I want to do in the passing game. And it's pretty disappointing. Can probably still run the ball here. I mean, we're just looking for that blowout win, so we're looking for points fast. But I'm not sure if we're going to be able to find points fast through the air. Maybe our best bet is on the ground, Mackenzie McGill. The thing is, I would feel better about running the ball if we had a better offensive line and if we had better running backs. Lovelace has played well, though. So maybe it just needs to be more Matt Lovelace. As Adrian Griffin's injured, because we could afford another loss on the offensive line. That's the center. Nowhere to go. Second and goal. We flatten this route for Coy Parrish. So might actually have a chance at a touchdown. Why is he stopping? Am I missing something? I keep calling that play. He just doesn't continue the route ever. I guess it's just designed to stop, even though it doesn't look like that on the play art. Mears on the move. We're going to throw it away. OC wants us to go for it. All right, I guess. Fourth and goal on the 4. Should have that. Gilbert, touchdown. Got to get him the ball more. Absolutely needs to happen. Come on, defense, let's go. They got us the ball back. Here's 3rd and 4. I don't love third downs. That's open on the crosser. LJ Johnson Jr. makes the catch in traffic. It's a big-time throw. Big-time throw. High point. It's going to be intercepted. Can you fucking try jumping for the ball? Is that an option? And I swear we keep running by the ball carrier. What is up with tackling? Not really the spot to throw a jump ball, but it would be nice if my big tight end would jump for the ball. Shot down the field. Underthrown for LJ Johnson. I'm just getting frustrated. Behind Micah Gilbert. 4th down's no good, but we got the ball back. Try to get this ground game going. Oh, good juke back into a block. That was going for nothing. We got 7. Feel pretty good about that. Lovelace. He just doesn't have the change of direction. Like, the lateral movement skills are not good yet. I think eventually they will be, but they are not now. Matt Lovelace. Also, like, you're just not seeing enough power for a power back. Lovelace touchdown. Gritty on him. That's a big-time score. And the thing that I'm loving about Air Force, they're not really able to score points very quickly with their offense. But, like, Kenyon Carruthers is just not good enough in coverage. Like, his movement skills are really bad as well. I can't. I'm going to have to spam timeout here to get onside recovery actually on the field.
Number 94, set to kick off.
We still can't call it. Dude, this fucking game is so bad. We did get the onside, though. We're up. I think this is clear winner. I don't think we can get to anything else. I think it's just clear winner here. Someone was in the backfield. Ten seconds on the clock. Lovelace cannot outrun the defender as Air Force has called their penultimate timeout. Five seconds. Lovelace runs out the clock. Hey, we won. We won 21-13. It was an ugly season. The regular season is over, 8 wins. We got to run the ball a little bit better. Got to throw the ball a lot better. And no Kenyon Sadiq next year. LJ Johnson Jr. likely gone as well. Jaden Williams had 4 TFLs. Daquan Beard had 2. He's fantastic. No picks in this one. For such a great secondary, you'd think we'd have more picks. I get not against Air Force. But yeah, not the best result there. We got the win. We'll see who we're playing in the bowl game. We'll see what our recruiting class looks like as Tancho picks Washington. We are in a recruiting battle with Florida for Caleb Knowles. We'll see if we can win it. Pat's on campus this week. And this is our final regular season week. Carl Worthy. Oh my goodness. Did not have a great visit to Wisconsin. So we are still in first place for now. Their pipeline is still much better. Much better. They lost to Michigan State. I thought it was week 13 just because we have a week 13 bye. They lose to Michigan State. Okay. And the Carl Worthy recruitment is still ongoing. I still don't know if we're going to have any chance to get him. We're trying, though. Elodie, very close to committing, but I'm worried that Clemson will force a recruiting battle and maybe one that we can't win. Great visit for Marquise Donahue. He remains uncommitted, but it's close. And actually slide over here so we can see that. Because his visit went pretty well. Could have been better, but we were a clear winner. We'll absolutely take that. We're in a recruiting battle with UTSA for Joey Vernon. We're probably just not going to win that one. We're up to B+ championship contender, though. Would I rather have the 50 points? You know what? I probably would. Knowing we're probably not going to win that one. So I think we may need to reevaluate a little bit here. and we'll see what that ends up looking like. But it wasn't pretty, but it could have been a way, way, way worse regular season. The fact that we managed to win 8 games, I can't really be all that mad about it. And we will need to go very, very hard on offensive line in the portal, because we didn't do all that well in the class here. We're going to get Moses Lamar probably. But we're probably not going to get Joey Vernon. We didn't get James Toncho. I think we need to put 50 on Jamal Stingley. Try to win that one. We have no centers that we're going after. It's just one of those things where the class is going to bring in some talent, but we still have a very, 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 very long way to go. We got a 5-star. Ezekiel Eloti from Clemens, North Carolina has picked the Wyoming Cowboys over the Clemson Tigers. Vernon does pick UTSA. You can see the transfers at risk. Oh no, Mackenzie McGill might leave. I guess we won't fumble in big spots anymore. Oh, shoot. Hate to see that. Recruiting battle with Wisconsin. I don't know. I keep saying it. I don't know what our chances are of winning that. Like, you'd love a sway, but you can't sway at this point. You just have to ride it out and see if you can beat them. We'll see. Recruiting battle also for Marquise Donahue. We're going to get Amani Earl. I don't really care about that. And is there anyone else that proves to be good value here? I don't know yet. We'll see. Caleb Knowles picks the Gators. He would have been a really good player to bring in. Wasn't like the fastest or anything, but like 84 speed. That would have been nice. And we're inching toward the finish line. Wisconsin's going to pass us. Boise State might pass us here. It's one of those things. You hope maybe something happens where these guys change their mind, but they're not going to. And Alton Meja, we have like really no chance here. We know the sell probably, but probably not enough. The class is still going to be okay. Let's think about making a change on the staff. Aaron Bowl is a master motivator. I like that. That's the only thing he does. He is actually quite good at that, though. Maybe we keep him. Hopefully he buys something else at some point. Please. But I think we keep Bull. I think I feel good about that. Obviously not in the conference championship. We did finish 8-4. I mean, I can't be that mad about that. I just had much higher hopes this season. And it came down to losing to San Diego State. If we beat San Diego State, we're in the conference championship game against Boise right now. Just didn't happen. We were right there, though. We really were. But I'm excited for Season 3. You got to remember all these guys are going to take a big jump up, hopefully. We do land 3-star edge Pat Heflin, who I think is going to be pretty good. I can't say exactly that he's going to be as good as the 5-star that may pick Wisconsin over us. But he's pretty good. As we will advance to the next week. We are bowl eligible. We will be playing in a bowl game. Should be this week as Marquise Donahue picks Boise State. That sucks. Devin Dampier of Oklahoma wins the Heisman. Transferred from Utah. And we'll be playing Middle Tennessee State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Those were our aspirations at the start of the year, so it's good to see those through. If you check out the college football playoff bracket, this is what it looks like. Penn State, USC, Ohio State, and Miami with first-round byes. It's a pretty stacked CFP, by the way. Duke, as always, but Oklahoma, Florida, Arizona State, we almost beat, by the way. Notre Dame, UCLA, Clemson. UCLA and Duke always simulate well. We almost beat Arizona State. But almost doesn't matter. So, what can you do, I guess? In the Mountain West, we didn't have an offensive lineman who was a first-team All-American or first-team Mountain West. That's stupid. But all right. Second team, Kenyon Sadiq, Caleb Merritt, and Taquan Beard. Beard is a stud. Freshman, Kerry Mears, Matt Lovelace, Micah Gilbert, redshirt freshman. All right. Kenyon Crothers and Taquan Beard. Very nice. And early National Signing Days here. We get to see Dev traits. Please let us get Carl Worthy. Ezekiel Elodi. Only impact Dev for the 5-star #1 receiver in the country. Mike Whalen. Star. So we have 2-star running backs now. We lost out on Marquise Donahue as impact. I think they're basically going to be the same player. And we got the higher ranked one. So I feel good about that. Normal for Pat Heflin. Caleb Knowles had elite. Impact for Greg Felix. Normal for Leah Zudu. And Meja locked us out. Man. Not amazing. Not amazing. Did we have anyone from our staff leave? So that our coach stability is going to improve. Got to be excited about that. And I think we might be to a point where we're just saving skill points. Kerry Mears does have 5. We could increase his overall accuracy. So let's do that. Gets a little bit better. I think his potential is actually like quite good. We just might not see it until his senior season. Which is how that gets kind of tough. We'll see about it. Going into the Idaho Potato Bowl, I'd like to not lose to Middle Tennessee State. These bowl games do actually matter for, you know, your team prestige, your school prestige. We're a B+ championship contender, which is in the top 25-ish. So I'd like to keep that. I don't want to lose. We want to bring up program tradition. Hopefully we're going to be able to do that. We want to bring up brand exposure. In order to do these things, you've got to win games. Coach prestige going up would be nice. All of these things are going to help recruiting in year 3 and beyond. Whisk Ball, thank you for the prime sub, and let's pop in. Hopefully we beat Wisconsin in that recruiting battle. Speaking of Whisk. And we'll play the Blue Raiders of Middle Tennessee State. Let's go Wyoming. Let's go Scary Carry. You're also seeing the final game in the collegiate career of Kenyon Sadiq. Probably for Coy Parrish. Probably for Ashton Stamps. And we are on the blue field at Boise State. I'll tell you, I thought maybe we'd be playing here in the conference championship game, but we're playing on it at the end of the season, so got to be pretty good, and we start every game with this damn play. Final time to see Kenyon Sadiq. He really was not nearly as impactful as John Michael Gillenborg. I think some of that could have been the offensive play calling. You know, it was tough to move the ball through the air. I think the offensive line is just not good, and that hurt how we were able to throw. And it doesn't help when you try to run around the pocket for no reason and can't find a receiver, and there are options open. You have the check down and you just don't want to take it. Here's Mackenzie McGill likely playing in his final game. Following the blocks, look at the speed of Mackenzie McGill. It's not that much, but it's a nice play. Get the ball to Micah Gilbert. Micah Gilbert's going to have a big year, too. I can feel it. Well, big year, too, at Wyoming. Here's a lob. Kenyon Sadiq makes the catch. What a throw from Mears. Beautifully layered football. And this offense is cruising. It's really about as good as it's looked the entire season. Lovelace stopped on the one. See, I'm excited for him to start turning these short yardage plays into touchdowns. He gets stopped a lot. Coy Parrish with the touchdown. I'd like to see him go in the first round. I'd like to see Stamps and Sadiq go round 1. We'll see if that ends up happening. But we're up 7-0. Sadiq is bumped at the line. We're going to throw on the run. Sideline for Sadiq. He makes the catch. Dude, Kerry Mears is showing us something here in the bowl game. This reminds me of Casey Thompson against Colorado many years ago. Although it's a different situation. It's just good bowl game performance where you see a young player kind of make strides. And I think we're seeing that from Kerry Mears right now. Like, he's definitely not a freak. Although I like that from Kevin in the chat. He is, like, solid. He's a player you can win with. He, I think, has the potential to be a great college quarterback. Dude, Matt Lovelace can never get in. Can never get in. RPO, there's Matt Lovelace with the receiving touchdown. And it's 14-0 Cowboys. Let's make it 21. Why not? Middle Tennessee's getting blanked. The Blue Raiders are getting blanked on the blue field. There's LJ Johnson Jr. maybe playing in his final game as a Wyoming Cowboy. We think he's probably going to hit the portal, is what's going on there. He's not getting drafted. He's not eligible. Parrish wide open. He makes the catch. He leapfrogs over the defender. Touchdown, Coy Parrish. This is the player we thought we were getting. Two-way star. Just haven't seen it so much this year. 21-7, Middle Tennessee State finally on the board. And we're jumping in on 4th and 1. I mean, they're begging for us to throw the ball. We're going to run it, though. He's not a good short yardage back right now. He's just not. I think Matt Lovelace will get there, but he's not right now. Thumbnail on that play? Yeah, maybe. We do need to get Coy Parrish because he will be the title. Two-way star. Pressure gets there. Dante Drake. We also were kind of brutalized by injuries on the defensive line this year. I think that is maybe part of why we were struggling at times. Kerry Mears on the keeper. And Lovelace has a potential. Also, the whatever that was, workhorse or something, lighting up for the D-tackle on the blue field, that looks sick. But every time we hand it to Matt Lovelace, it's like, ooh, gain of nothing. Again. He can't really make you miss yet. He's going to get there. Get out there, Kenyon Sadiq. I know you're going to be wide open. Touchdown, Kenyon Sadiq. (28-7) Wyoming. 4th and 13. We're going to make it 31. Ooh. That is off the upright. No good. We overestimated how far we'd have to kick it. But we just got the ball back anyway. Interception by Ashton Stamps. Hopefully that puts him in the first round. Kenyon Sadiq open. He'll make the catch. Kerry Mears, 4 touchdowns today. Probably about to hit 250 yards passing. It's it, Kenyon Sadiq again. LJ Johnson Jr. in motion. On the move. And Kerry Mears adds a 5th total touchdown. What a bowl debut for the true freshman quarterback. And 35-14 is your final. Good win. It's a shame we couldn't have any visitors see us in Idaho. 20 of 29 for 248, 4 touchdowns for Kerry Mears. Added, of course, a touchdown on the ground. Mackenzie McGill will be gone. And then receiving, 2 touchdowns for Coy Parrish. Sadiq went 10 for 130 and a touchdown. Lovelace added 1 as well. Defense, TFLs for 2 defensive tackles. The seniors will be gone. A sack for Dante Drake. And a pick, of course, for the senior corner, Ashton Stamps. I don't know if the team's going to look as good next year as they did this year. I'm truly very concerned about it. We'll see what happens. Our famous Idaho Potato Bowl winners. Add that to the trophy case. Not going to be forgetting that one anytime soon. What a victory. Straight up never seen no offers. Nobody wants head coach Gene Dangus? Or is it just because it's bowl week 3 or 4? I'll tell you what. They're gonna be very sorry about that. I've got a niche joke here, but hey, Steve Wheeler? I don't know. More like Steelers wheel because he's stuck in the middle of Gene Dangus and Aaron Bull. That is probably too niche for a lot of my audience, but for the ones who do get it, it also isn't funny. So don't even look into it. National championship time. Ohio State and Oklahoma. Well, Florida beat us in the recruiting battle for a linebacker, but they didn't make the national championship, so there's that at least. But it's also Oklahoma, so I don't really like that either. We are up to coach level 16. Well, okay, hold on. We also have been ranked here at the end of the season. In the final top 25, we are the 25th team. Wyoming got in. What did the coaches think about it? They also agree Wyoming's a top 25 team. Let's go. That's our first time being ranked. Hey, I don't know if we're going to be ranked preseason, but we are officially ranked. So we can be happy about that. Ohio State beats OU 27-24. What a national championship that would be. Like the idea of I don't know if this is like nerd shit or like sports nerd, but the idea of even watching that game makes me excited. And it's just not even real. That'd be a fun natty, man. Anyway, seeing Oklahoma lose. But anyway. It's 10 p.m. on a Tuesday in Oklahoma. OU still sucks. Jamal Stingley, hopefully, will be joining our class. And let's check out our players leaving. How bad is this going to be? I mean, Coy Parrish is going in round 1. This is what we wanted or projected. Let's see if we can upgrade some of these guys and potentially even raise that. But Coy Parrish projected to go round 1. Like, I don't mind that. Landon Sims wants to transfer due to pro potential. That's fine. Mackenzie McGill, due to conference prestige, we might be able to bring him back. He's not that fast. I'd rather get him back in the portal. I'm more interested in Nico Hamilton, who has decided to stay. I think that's not a bad backup, elusive bruiser with shifty to have. That's intriguing to me. At wide receiver, LJ Johnson, Jackson Holman, Dion DeBlanc, and Tyler Nystrom. I would want LJ Johnson Jr. back. He won't be coming back. At tight end, Kenyon Sadiq expected to go in round 2. It's a little bit disappointing. And we can't upgrade him at all. But maybe he goes in round 1. At left tackle, Jake Davies transferring due to pro potential. Fine. Jonathan Bush, I'd love to bring back, and he has decided to stay. 73 overall sophomore. It's good depth, if nothing else. Good depth. Dante Gavito, gone. Ethan Spoth graduates, or Spoth. I mean, Mark Boyle's just because he's a freshman and we could use somebody, but not that worried about that. At defensive tackle, we're going to have to hit the portal hard. Ben Roberts, Dante Drake, and Jaden Williams, all likely to leave. Axel Ramazani, also probably leaving. I'd like to bring him back. He will not be coming back. At linebacker, we're keeping everybody except for Dash Bauman, who I'd love to bring back. He has not been persuaded. At cornerback, we are losing Ashton Stamps. Stamps is expected to go in round 2. I'd love to get him up to the first round. The only thing we can upgrade are hands. Tell me he goes up to a 94. He does not. We'll see. We're trying to get players drafted in round 1. That helps our prestige out. Can we keep Justin Taylor? He has decided to stay. That's, again, not bad at depth. He's a little bit slow. Coy Parrish, we hope he goes round 1. We did not expect to keep him. Can't be mad about that. Jones Thomas, it's not the order of those names. That's not a name. Caleb Merritt leaving is actually tough. Like, he's a redshirt senior. We knew it was happening, but he was kind of a nice player. Good athleticism. And we have kicker and punter completely fine. So we have one more sell here. Jaden Williams, would you like to stay? No. We've lost a lot of talent. I think it could have been worse, but, you know, we are losing a lot of talent. We need to have 2 players drafted in round 1 in order to unlock talent developer, which I've been saving up for, and I just don't think it's going to happen. Kenyon Sadiq and Ashton Stamps, we need one of those guys to get leveled up. That's it. One of those guys needs to get leveled up. We are up to coach level 18 now. And we'll see if any of those players did go round 1. Show me some first rounders. Damn. Kenyon Sadiq round 2. Ashton Stamps round 2 as well. So close. But we had 3 players drafted and 2 in round 2. That really is not bad. We have some coach skills here. Unfortunately, it's like, what can we actually get? Can't unlock much. We're done with motivator for now. So it would just be about recruiter. And we could get quarterback transfers are more interested. I don't really think we need a quarterback, but we could do some type of transfer. Wide receiver, probably. D-line and linebacker, certainly. But we're not going to be able to get up to linebacker, which is fine for right now. Our secondary still looks to be pretty good. If you look at the team here, we have our quarterback for sure. Why is Coy Parrish still here? Why are any of those guys? Running back, we could look to add another probably. Wide receiver, definitely will take a portal receiver. No question. Portal tight end probably as well. Anything on the offensive line would be helpful. Anything. And I think Pierre Bibbs will end up being quite good. Derek Simmons is good and only a sophomore. I think he's going to end up being fantastic for us, but we still need more off the edge. D-tackle's a big need. Linebacker is absolutely a big need. And then corner, we're losing our top 2, but we're keeping Hennessy. And I'm going to tell you, I think it's going to be really, really tough to move to Quan Beard to corner based on how he played as a true freshman at strong safety. He was absolutely incredible. His profile says he can probably play corner at a high level. Maybe that's a year 3 thing. For right now, I think he's going to stay at strong safety. Carl Worthy. Everything we got here. Pro potential's an F. It's so bad. But it's our only chance. However, our hours have gone up overall. Because it's the off season. And I think our program is going to go up even more here. So we'll check out the transfer portal and, of course, recruiting at the high school level. And Zabian Brown's here. Already #1 on our board. And he's interested in Wyoming. So that's a good start. Harlem Berry's here. Oh, what an upgrade at running back that would be. Daniel Hill, I don't know, but he's an elusive bruiser sophomore. I'm intrigued. Kerry Brown could start at safety. We need that. De'Air Hill could be quite good. Okay, a lot of running backs that will at least let us recruit them. Bryson Donaldson. Mazio Bennett, maybe? I really also wouldn't mind looking at freshmen here. Kind of a longer chance to develop these guys. But I like what I'm seeing in the portal. I think we're kind of thinking, okay, we can get all of these guys. Not really how it works. Richard Young is a former 5-star. But we should be able to get some of these guys. So I think, you know, we lost a lot of talent. But I still think the team could be great. And we're going to check out a dual threat quarterback. That's a transfer freshman. Because he could be unreal. We'll look into it. That's all we can do. So, transfer portal and off-season recruiting. Still going after a lot of the same names you're familiar with. But also we've added, you know, some big-time players at the portal ranks. Going after a couple of running backs. Harlem Berry, De'Air Hill, maybe Gideon Davidson. But I think it's going to be tough to compete with those pipelines of Auburn and Georgia. At receiver, I'd love to get Shelton Sampson. And we already bring in the 5-star freshman Ezekiel Elodi. And I'd like to get the transfer Wayne Dennis to potentially play tight end. We'll see how that goes. At tackle, we're focusing mainly on Sione Perkins. At guard, Jamal Stingley and Jimmy Liston. This is going to change a lot next week. This is just kind of like more of a temperature check. Would love to get 5-star freshman Carl Worthy. Capers we probably get. Dante Simpson would be nice at defensive tackle. We need help at linebacker, but currently we're not really going after any. We're focusing more on corner because we also need that. We'll see what that looks like. And safety. I know linebacker's a need. I know defensive line is a need. But Kerry Brown looks like he's very good, and you can't get enough carries on this team. Messiah Delhomme is a future starter potentially. Papo's only a freshman. Maybe we don't need all these DBs, but I don't know if we can confidently get Zabian Brown. I'm going to keep Jordan Shaw on the board for right now. I'd love to upgrade the pass rush. We need edge. We need defensive tackle. We need linebacker. But it's, you know, it's tough to get everything. And the offensive line is just such a need that it's too much to ignore. So we're going after a lot of offensive line. Maybe one too many defensive backs. Maybe I'll take 50 off of Jordan Shaw. Take the tight end off the board. We're not going to recruit Boganowski. This gives us space, I guess, for one player more in the front seven. I know linebacker is such a need. We've got to bring in linebacker. It's got to happen. But it's not easy to find everything you want. Because everybody else wants these guys too. And the linebackers that'll even consider us are just not good. Maybe Kona Young. These guys are not rated especially well. Mana Tuioti. It's only 5'10". I don't know. It's whatever we want. It doesn't really look great. Myron Robinson maybe is the one. And then we need another edge rusher. We'll figure it out. I'll keep you updated. So the recruiting update, De'Aaron Hill has locked us out. He's got a lot of interest. Javen Williams has locked us out. Gideon Davidson has locked us out. And Nate Johnson has locked us out. So we'll be able to concentrate our points a little bit more. But it's initially not the best news. We maybe had a chance at Trayvon Scroggins with max points. But we're in the mix for Harlan Berry, which is not nothing. He could be electric. If we don't get him, we can absolutely pivot to a different back down the board. That doesn't look great. But a lot of these top schools are recruiting running back really heavily. So all I can say is we're going to see what ends up happening. I think Wayne Dennis can end up playing tight end for us. And, okay, we see where these points are. A lot of times these transfer players will just kind of fall into your lap because nobody else is recruiting them. So we'll be getting more on the offensive line. I don't know how much better it is necessarily, but we're getting definitely more. We will have more players there for sure. Just a question of whether or not they'll actually be good. That's the big question right now. Give me Carl Worthy. Come on. Got to get Dante Simpson on campus. I think we can get Myron Robinson. We need linebackers that can cover and also come up and tackle. And it looks good on Zabian Brown. Looks really good. He likes playing style, playing time, and pro potential as well. I think that's like the only option. I'm going to gamble on it. And this would be a huge upgrade. The number 3 player in the portal. Let me get him on a week 3, and we'll try to get some other DBs in there as well. We can probably get Jordan Shaw. We're not that far away, and we didn't even really do much, but it might just be better to put our points elsewhere. Focus on the freshman Duran Teamer. Leave Shaw to UCLA. And then we can take off all the points on Tim Papo, but potentially get him on a complimentary visit with Zabian Brown and lock up that recruitment. If we can get Kerry Brown on campus as well at the same time, now we're going to be cooking. So this recruiting class could end up being very, very good. Hopefully I'm not wrong about it. But we need to really invest in the front 7 here in the portal. Linebacker, defensive tackle, edge. There's just not that many to go around. So bad news again. We're still in on Carl Worthy, but Jamal Stingley has picked Virginia. It's also been locked out on some of the players we just added, but we're also into the top 5 on a lot of the players we just added. Unfortunately, we didn't add points here, and now the top schools are in on some of these guys. I think Jalen Smith could end up being quite good. We're looking to get better at receiver too, but obviously in the front 7. I keep saying it. The players are just not there. I can't just make good linebackers appear out of thin air. What I can do is try to steal Harlan Berry at the buzzer, potentially. He likes playing time. All of our other grades are just not that good. So we'll see how this goes. This is a big one out of the portal. 4-star corner Zabian Brown. Kerry Brown has locked us out, which sucks. He was a top player in the portal, but that's okay. It frees up some points, I guess, from some hours, if you want to think about it that way. Harlem Berry is not going to be a Wyoming Cowboy. More than likely. Although we can hard sell. Maybe that's the final change that puts us on top. Hey, I doubt it. But we can try it. He does like playing time. I'd like another running back, and it's getting pretty late here. Can try to add one. Steal some in the final week. That's exactly what we're going to try and do. A lot of the best ones have already found homes. But Jaden Scott, elusive bruiser, transfer sophomore from Vanderbilt. Mackenzie McGill. That name sounds so familiar. Nobody wants him. I guess, you know how I know is they've probably seen him play. So that actually makes sense. We're trying to steal some guys at the buzzer. I don't know if we need full 50, but it's certainly possible. This is a good upgrade at linebacker. Myron Robinson, 3-star transfer from San Antonio. Yes! Big upgrade off the edge. 5-star edge Carl Worthy from Manitowoc, Wisconsin is headed out west to Wyoming. That is big. Hopefully he's a star for us. We add in 3-star receiver Amani Earl, who is unlikely to be good. 3-star right tackle Moses Lamar, hopefully parting the Red Sea of any team that's red that we play. Enrique Capers is good depth off the edge. That's a freshman. Tim Papo is a 4-star freshman. Jesse Perry is a 3-star right tackle. Ike Okafor off the edge. I think he's going to play defensive tackle for us. Dane Drexel, another transfer. You gotta kill the transfer portal in CFB 26. As Noah King joins the team. Adam Hawks, 3-star center. Jaden Scarlett is a nice addition off the edge, a junior. Messiah Delhomme from Newport News, Virginia, a sophomore safety. DeMarco Henry is a freshman transfer safety. Chad Woodfork is good depth off the edge and has good potential. He's fairly young. Jalen Smith is a speedster receiver from Houston. Another transfer, Caden Massey. We've got a lot of good depth now. We do add Jaden Scott, so we do add at running back, even if we don't get Harlem Berry, unfortunately. We don't get Shelton Sampson, which sucks, but that's all right. Wish we could see how close it was. Duron Teamer picks San Diego State. Joshua Miller, Bryce Jenkins, Harlem Berry picks Texas. Jimmy Liston and Northwestern. And Barry Sawyer ends up signing with Texas Tech, but I don't know that he got a scholarship offer from them unless they did at the final minute. He might end up on our roster if he doesn't want to be a walk-on. That can happen. Here is National Signing Day. We end up with the 22nd best class in the nation. 2 5-stars, 4 4-stars, 18 3-stars. Really happy with the way it went. No quarterback, of course, but we'll need to get one next cycle. Mike Whalen ends up with star development, as we know. Harlem Berry would have been nice. Jaden Scott has impact. I like what we did at running back. No Berry, of course. At receiver, we know Elodie had impact. Monty Earl had normal. Barry Sawyer had normal. We'll see if he ends up at Texas Tech or with us. Shelton Sampson, star. Wayne Dennis, I thought was going to play tight end for us. Would have been nice. He had star, and he just picked UMass. Didn't put enough into him, I guess. Impact for Jalen Smith. No tight ends. I don't know what tight end's going to look like for us here. A lot of normal and impact there at guard. Maybe Kevin P ends up picking us. I'm not really sure what the protocol is there. Same thing with Steven Durant. Adam Hawks has impact. Carl Worthy has star. Okay, it's pretty good for a 5-star edge. Capers with normal. Heflin with normal. Jaden Scarlett normal. Chad Woodfork and Ike Okafor with impact. I did not get either of these defensive tackles. FIU really pursued Dante Simpson hard. Myron Robinson was star, only a sophomore. Impact for Dane Drexel. Impact for Greg Felix. Normal for Leah Zudu. Impact for Zabian Brown. We lost out on Duron Teamer, who had star, which sucks. Free safety, impact for Noah King. Normal for Tim Papa. That's a free safety who's got normal dev as a 4-star. Unlucky. Star for Messiah Delhomme and impact for DeMarco Henry. No specialists. But overall, quite a good recruiting class. And I think the biggest change you're going to see is just the year-to-year development. It's not like we brought in anyone insane in the portal. Xavier Brown's a 90. I guess he's pretty insane. He's really good. Micah Gilbert we had. Jaden Scott's only an 81. Myron Robinson's an 81. Carl Worthy is an 80 overall true freshman, by the way, with 85 speed, 89 acceleration. Okay, he might be insane. Noah King has platinum layout. But again, everyone's like in the 80s range. Chad Woodfork has gold quick jump, even though that's not as good anymore. But I think you're going to see these guys get developed so much that they're going to end up being great players for us. Mike Whalen's a little bit afraid about playing time here, but he's got star dev, 89 speed. He's kind of a power back. I don't think play time is going to be a problem for him when he's a freshman and the second highest rated player we have. I'm not sure why he would look to transfer. He looks quite good. But we'll change some positions and, you know, make things make sense for our team. And then get ready for season number 3. Ezekiel Elodi has platinum cutter as a true freshman. Impact dev or not, that's exceptional. That is unreal to start. Dude, Carl Worthy. Bronze quick jump, takedown, silver recoup, 87 finesse moves, 89 acceleration, 85 speed. This is all as a true freshman. 83 tackling. We wanted to improve our pass rush. I think we've done it with one player. He's got some really, really good potential. Derek Simmons and Jaden Scarlett are going to move to defensive tackle. Derek Simmons, I think he already had platinum pocket disruptor. I think he will be insane at defensive tackle. I'd love to get finesse moves up, but it's not possible, unfortunately. Pure power is the position that dominates, or the archetype that dominates this position. Linebacker. We've got a good one in Kenyon Crothers and Myron Robinson. But, I don't know, maybe move one of those guys to Sam here. Doesn't really matter. But maybe Vernon Ajabo. Comes Lurker, whatever. I like where we are. Cornerback looks really good, in my opinion. And safety with Noah King looks really good. Because we know we have Messiah Delhomme and Taquan Beard. Beard has elite dev. He played so well at safety. But does he move to corner? I know that sounds crazy. Maybe Messiah Delhomme moves to corner. He's got cornerback type speed. Could also play running back. That's interesting. I think we play him at corner. What are his movement skills? Catching's whatever. You got 83 juke, 76 spin. Maybe he works as a returner for us, but dude, I'm loving corner. We have 3 really good ones. We have 2 safeties that are going to be really good. Watch out for Taquan Beard. Henry is a nice developmental player. He is definitely a safety and nothing else. And then we still have... Sandvik has 91 kick power. And Keelan Anderson is basically the same player. Exactly. When Sandvik graduates. And Gavin Helm is basically the same player as those guys, but he punts. These are the position changes. Nothing too crazy to report that I didn't already. And we'll get into developing this team. I'm stoked. Should be really, really good. Not that he really needed it, but Xavier Brown has upgraded his dev trait. He is basically guaranteed that he's going to end up being a first-round pick. Let's go over the skill points for each position. Kerry Mears with 44. Really nice for an impact dev player. Mason Drube in there as well. Jaden Scott with 26. Matt Lovelace with 54. John Battle has in the 40s. Micah Gilbert with 45. Keelan Washam with 55, but he's really slow. Landon Pace, we need to have a big season at at tight end. The O-line is still not good. It's going to be better. We might have all 80s across the board or fairly close, and one of these two will start at left tackle. I haven't decided yet. But the team will be better. Top to bottom, it will be a better team. There's no question in my mind. It's just the O-line is still not great. That's the big thing that we're contending with, but I don't think this next season will be nearly as disappointing as the last season. And 9 wins, it's hard to be that disappointed over that, but our expectations were just a bit higher. Taquan Beard has 71 skill points, by the way. I'm really excited to see what this team can do. Taquan Beard will become insane. Will he eventually move to corner? Maybe. Hit power is so expensive to upgrade, unfortunately. But he's going to end up being a stud. But I think that's going to do it for this season of Wyoming Dynasty. We're going to set up the recruiting board on stream and the schedule and get ready for Season 3. In terms of encouraging transfers, there's not really much to talk about. We have a roster that's under full. And did anybody else sneak onto the team that we went after that was not really reported? Let's see here, because sometimes it does happen. But I'm not really seeing any names. Who was the one we talked about that could do that? There's really no way to know now. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this team can become. Barry Sawyer, yeah, from Texas Tech. He's got normal dev. He's got 90 speed, though. I think he could end up playing tight end. He's 204 pounds. If he can get up to like 210, should be a light kind of receiving tight end at 6'1", like more of an H-back type. So we're going to stay in the Mountain West. We haven't won it yet, but Season 3, that's the year. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.